Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel. A little early. One good week last week, we're back to it.
You know how it goes.
We will spin the category wheel, then we'll ask you a question from that category, but here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Justin, who, ever since he took woodshop, is still wondering what the band saw and found a way to answer 8 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To make a test and play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Ever watch your pet sleep and wonder what they're dreaming about? Maybe it's them chasing a ball on a grassy field next to your new duplex, or catching the Frisbee in front of your single-family home. Or perhaps they're zooming around the kitchen of your open-concept condo. Whatever their dream setting looks like, you can rest assured that you'll find the most pet-friendly rental listings on Apartments.com. The place to find a pet-friendly place.
Oh, the Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,314. What a large and in charge program we have for you today, guaranteed future repeat. We'll raid the metal shop catalog a little bit this afternoon.
Yes, indeed.
So to speak. Head chef, you are in the house today. Yeah. You have drinks. We could all use a drink. Each state's favorite drink, specifically while you are flying on an airplane.
Correct.
I
know we all do it in here. I don't know that Mike does. But I feel like sometimes you're on a plane for whatever reason, you drink a different cocktail.
You do. Yeah, you're right.
Even if you're a beer guy, you might, you get on a plane, all of a sudden you're a Jack and Coke guy or a espresso vodka guy. It's very specific. It's not me.
Do you ever think about maybe drinking the drink that you're flying over? So, in other words, if you're flying over, I don't know, Kentucky, you might try to come up with a mint julep type concoction.
Well, I don't know what airline you're on, but it's hard to get cocktails like a mint julep.
No, I know.
Miles.
I'm just saying,
I like the idea.
Flying over Texas,
but
maybe.
I can't fly over Chicago and be like, let me get an old style.
Flying over Texas, get some Tito's or whatever the deal is.
Yeah, okay. A little Deep Eddy.
So coming up at 4:30, the head chef has the each state's favorite drink on an airplane coming up.
We got a couple of texts, and people are paying attention to what might be going on today.
Yeah.
So the first text came in today. Mike, press the button. There's a little dead air. You didn't press the go button. After that, it says you guys should play Pantera all the time. Great song selection for Kevin, R.I.P. dude, right? People are tracking with this. Give a raise to whoever just chose Pantera. Technically, that was Cass. So we said, can we play some metal today in honor of Kevin Deers? Now, he's the one, I believe, that figured out the songs we will be playing. So, no.
I'll take credit for what?
I've already got
you push for that?
Yeah, because Mike said, since Kevin, for Kevin, we're going to play metal songs. And I said, the only real metal song I know the words to are Walk.
Yeah, I heard you say that. All right, Ted gets a raise.
Thank you.
Hats off to you guys for pushing through today after the loss of Kevin. Hope you're all doing as best as possible. I think that sums it up as best as possible. It's a hard hit. And all metal and local rock today. Maybe play the interview Kevin did with Glenn Cannon last month. No, Glenn's ego's too big. And he made me play Every Rose Has Its Thorn. So for that reason alone, no.
And you have to remember, man, Kevin, he used to come in a lot and help us out when we needed help, if we were down the man or whatever the deal was. And we've known Kevin since he's been a part of this radio station.
16 years, man.
So, But I know for a fact, the one thing that he would want us to do is to do our show and have a good time today. And I know for a fact that we need that, too.
Yes.
So,
yes, we do.
We need that as much as you do and much as he would want us to do that. So
we're going to play some of the best music you've heard on the show, in my opinion.
What are we going to do today? What are you guys going to do today? All right, well, we're going to take care of the music like Kevin did.
Yeah, exactly.
And take care of the show like we do. So that's the plan of attack. And we're going to do the game known as Big Dummy, which is a good relief most of the time.
We'll find out.
You're either on Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far has been Justin. It took Justin 9 questions to get one right. And as we do, we like to do a little men's room poll. I believe the last time we did a poll, it was like Loudwire or one of these sites. They came up with a list of the top 10 best single-named musicians of all time.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you had everything from like Sting.
Is there any, when you do a list like this,
Bono?
No, and hear me out. When you do a list like this, are there any one-named musicians that don't make the list? To me, when you make a list like this, you're saying, here's all the one-name musicians. Like Flea will be on there. Sting will be on there. Madonna. Right. Like, there's not a lot to choose from.
Plus, some of these guys,
who would you leave off the list, Ted?
Well, there's got to be some of them out there. We just don't know their names.
Like Eminem.
He was on the list.
Tupac. They're those kind of
on the list, right?
So Elvis
was Diplo on the list?
No. He was not. He was
okay, there you go, Ted.
But Elvis,
what
the hell? But Elvis,
see, now you're mad.
Now you know him. But Elvis is Elvis, yes. But he's Elvis Presley. There's never been
he's Elvis.
But there's never been a question that this guy did not have a last name and put it on his records. None of his records say Elvis.
Yeah, they say Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. By the way, he was number one in the voting last week.
Oh, really?
With 46% of the vote. We said if you had a one-name name, what would you pick? So Elvis was number one at 46%, followed by Prince at 38%. 13% of you said you'd take Pink, which I think would be a kind of a badass name for a guy because you'd wonder why he would go by the name Pink.
Find out.
And in last place, Cher with 3% of the vote.
Yeah.
So that's how that shook out.
I think the Elvis thing, though, is like I wouldn't ask somebody, are you an Elvis Presley fan? I'd be like, do you like Elvis?
I think I would say, did your parents like Elvis?
Well, I don't care if your parents liked him.
Yeah, but generally when the kid has the name, it's like, okay, your parents like this guy. Do you like this guy too? Because clearly that you were not named after Elvis Gerbach. You were not named after Elvis Costello. It's Elvis Presley. And even if you were named after Elvis Costello, everyone's going to assume it is Elvis Presley.
If it wasn't for the Osbournes, I mean, you pretty well know Ozzy as Ozzy. You pretty well know Lemmy as Lemmy. You know, they have last names.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But either way, I mean,
Killmeister's just such a good last name.
It really is. That'd be a great name in football.
He's got a great birthday, too.
When is it?
Christmas
December
Eve.
24th. Yeah, I don't know why I
walked into that one, dude.
I really did. When is it?
Why would I care?
I didn't think about that until I'd already asked the question. Please be any day other than December 24th.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't go to the math.
So this week, just so you know, is National Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh, I do know that.
Also,
gotten the emails for it.
More importantly for me and the other ones out there, Short King Week.
Yeah. Short King Week?
Yeah, it's Short Kings. It's our week, 5'5" to 5'9".
But you're celebrating kings that were short. Like, this is the thing.
No. We're the Short Kings.
Oh, you are the Short
King Summer.
How do you determine that it is Short Kings Week?
Because the date's 5'5" to 5'9".
I gotcha.
Short Kings.
It makes sense.
So Mike's out. You guys are obviously
You
out.
got nothing but answers today, bro. I like it.
We'll check. Short King.
Every question I've asked.
Do we have to wait to June? Is that what
No, he's saying 5'5" to 5'9".
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. So if you go 6 feet.
Oh, I got to wait until 6.
Right.
No, man, we just get the rest of the year.
You get the chicks already.
We finally
I wish
give
you
these
were
guys
tall.
a week.
I like tall guys. This and that. Can the Short Kings have anything?
Yeah, you do, but
you got this week.
Just based on math, I mean, there's going to be a 6 foot, in June.
I'm going to get 6'3", 6'5". That's what I'm celebrating.
But Miles, that's like saying there's no White History Month. Every month is White History Month.
Well,
so
but wait a minute. Wait.
Tall guys already get the stuff.
No, you don't get the week. How tall are you? You get that day. You don't get like a birthday week because your
I don't
birthday's
get it. I
coming
don't
up.
even get a day.
Wait, how tall are you?
Every day's your day, Miles.
I don't get a day.
Add half an inch. Just make it sound better.
Well, it still sounds bad. Technically 5'9".
All right.
Okay.
So May 9th would be your day. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's your day.
Yeah.
So does that make you like top of the hierarchy of Short Kings?
We don't have a hierarchy in Short
You
Kings.
said 5'5" to 5'9". That makes you like the tallest
I mean,
dwarf.
you're the top dog of Short Kings.
How?
at
But
this
nobody
point.
wants to be the tallest dwarf.
Mike, how tall are you?
Why would you want to be the tallest dwarf? Would you want to be the shortest dwarf?
I'm like 5'10", 5'11", depends
Okay,
on the day.
so the 10th or the 11th. So we know that Steve is June the 6th, right?
No, June 4th.
June 4th.
Yeah.
June 4th. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a day because I'm 6 feet tall.
Oh, there's no 6-0.
How
So I'm
about
saying
midnight?
I don't have a day.
Well, you can do
Midnight between the
5'12".
31st.
I don't have a day.
You can do 5'12".
Yeah, there you
No.
go. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
'Cause that's 5'12".
See, this is why people think short people are always angry. Can we just have Short Kings Week?
No, clearly you
You're
can't.
You're over 6 foot.
Okay,
It's
but we're not
national-
calling it Short Kings
it's
Week.
National
I'm just
Teacher
calling it
Appreciation
my
Week.
height day. You actually have Short Kings Week, so yes, you do get
Is this really a thing, or did you make this up?
No, it's a thing.
We're kind of messing around.
the answer to
On
both
the
of those.
podcast, we have deemed it Short King Summer 2025.
Who's the tallest guy on the podcast?
Cobb.
Yeah,
And
who's
he
the
is
shortest?
5'9".
He's 6 foot.
6 foot. Okay.
Matt, well, what's Matt?
Matt's my height, like 5'8", 5'9".
Okay, all right.
Really?
his-
He looks shorter than
his
you.
day's today.
Yeah.
All right. Did you call him or anything?
Send him a call.
Well, unfortunately, I did have to talk to him today, but it wasn't about
Yes,
Short Kings
no,
Week.
I know. Yeah. One of those. So, all right, since it's National Teacher Appreciation Week.
By the way, real quick, my brother said today we were talking about trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
He goes, there was 37 dozen donuts in my office today.
There's a National Teacher Appreciation.
Correct.
And he's trying to lose weight. Yeah.
So, someone asked a couple thousand people what they believe the toughest jobs are in America. Now, half the folks that polled were trade workers, like plumbers, electricians. So those are the types of jobs the poll had in mind. Teachers still made the top 20, by the way. The top 10 all involve at least two of four things. They are either physically demanding, have long hours, involve high-stakes decisions, or there's an element of danger. So basically, nothing that we do in here.
Yeah, not at all.
So the toughest jobs in America, and some of them on the list, they're drywaller, woodworker, lawyer, pilot, teacher, obviously, engineer,
Well, what's so bad about being a lawyer?
home builder.
You're going to win or lose the case, but you're still okay.
I think long hours is probably one of those.
That's why they're
things.
paralegals. Come on, man.
High stakes decision making, because maybe someone might go to jail depending on how you do your
And
job.
I know a lot of
And
lawyers.
this
They
is
do
true.
not seem stressed.
They don't. One guy that comes to mind is one of the most bubbly personalities that I know. And you know one thing, all right? And
Saw him last night.
Right. So, real happy guy, like genuinely happy, always positive vibe coming off this guy. But I know he's a very good lawyer. I know he has a great track record, but I'm like, you have paralegals.
Yep.
It's a must.
Roofers on the list. Air traffic controller.
Well, yeah.
Farmer. Astronauts on here. Paramedic.
I think an astronaut only is dangerous when you're actually in space. Because you got to think there's more quote unquote astronauts here on Earth. I'm
Sure.
like, right, but you're not doing anything.
So what we did was we picked 4 of the hardest jobs, and you need to pick from one of the 4 as you're going to pick and choose a tough job that you could do. So number 1 is cop on the list. That comes in as the 5th toughest job in America on the list. But cop, yeah, I mean, if you're a cop, you're a cop, and you know that almost checks off every box as far as high stake decision making, element of danger, long hours, and physically demanding.
I think it depends where you live, but sure.
Okay. Number 2 is going to be paramedic. Paramedic is number 2, and you need to be available, obviously, all the time, just like a police officer does. Long hours, and typically, if you're dealing with someone, they are not in a good situation.
No one's in a good situation.
Right. Number 3 on the list would be military. So that's another tough job. That comes in at number 3 on the list of the toughest jobs in America. And finally, nurse. So we know the stresses of a nurse. We know that a nurse, as far as taking care of their patients, they are number 1. The doctor will come in and see you, but as far as your care is concerned,
Yeah, the care is the nurse. The
a nurse
doctor
is
lets it down.
responsible for all of that.
Yeah.
So that's a very stressful job.
A doctor tells you the end result of all the things the nurses did. That's my experience.
Yeah.
So they take the blood, they run the test, they do this, they do this, they do this, right. The nurse is with you all the time. Then a doctor comes in, reads what the nurses have done on the clipboard,
and
it
suggest
tells
maybe
me-
different things to the nurse, or the same thing, the same treatment, or different stuff, and then the nurse does that.
Right. Yeah, that's
So,
all.
yeah.
That's what the nurses wrote down.
Right.
You got a so-and-so and so-and-so, and you should, let's see what they say here, take aspirin.
Yeah, it's like you saying you put tires in your car. But really all you did was you went to a Les Schwab and you said, "Can I have 4 new tires?" And then they did all the work.
And you say, I got new tires.
Yeah, I put new tires in my
I did
car.
not put new tires in my
No,
car.
they
Les Schwab put new tires. Les Schwab are the nurses
That's the
to my
doctor.
ass being the doctor.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So the tough job, you're either going to be a cop, a paramedic, work in the military, or be a nurse.
I am not taking paramedic.
Really? That was my first pick.
Really?
Man, I'll tell you what, I have a lot of buddies that work in the fire department. The paramedics, they have a tough time. You deal with a lot of death and seeing people in really messed up situations.
But I got to wonder, right? Because I was thinking that, but I think this versus the doctor. Okay, so the paramedic, you understand what you're walking into. It is definitively an emergency, right? It's probably, I can't say probably life or death. You could break your leg, but a lot of times this can be life or death. This does not make it easier, but I understand that if I lost someone, it's like, hey, man, I did the best I could with limited information, certainly limited time. We had to get there. Now, as a doctor, the paramedics have done their job to the best of their ability. Now this guy is in my car. We're in a hospital. I have the full facilities around me. Well, now if this person dies, like, I think I would feel worse as a doctor. Or with a doctor, it can be a routine surgery, right? And something goes wrong. Like, I'd feel worse about that, I believe, than if I were a paramedic, where I understand this guy's been shot 4 times in his chest. I'm doing what I can to help him out. Versus the doctor, like, oh, yeah, dude, we do the surgery all the time. And then something goes south. I feel like I would live with that a lot worse.
I think
than I would.
depending on, back to being a cop, what you said.
Tase them.
Depends on where you are. Depends on what you. I think being a cop in Seattle would be so frustrating because you take care of a problem and someone does not need to be on the street, and you see them the next day doing the exact same problem
Right.
that you arrested them for either earlier that week, earlier that month. So it's like whack-a-mole. No matter what you do, you're limited on what you can do, and then when you can do something, it doesn't matter because then you got to do that again with the same person.
Right, over and over.
I think I'm picking military on this.
Really?
Especially with my age, yeah. I just think that I'm smart enough now to be able to shut up and listen.
But also it's physical.
It
So
is,
I
and
take
that's-
that into
I think
consideration
that
with
would
my
be,
age.
That would be the challenge. I think that would be the hardest thing for me to get my ass in shape. But, I think when you do anything on a daily basis, you get a little better every day. hopefully I would have enough time through basic to be able to get in that type of shape.
You think you could survive at your age now, right?
Well, you got
12 weeks of basic.
I'm running with insoles. There's a bunch of different things going on here. Like, Sarge, can I put on some?
I think just for the question,
some hokas?
Yeah, we got to be able to pass.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm with Miles. I'm taking military.
I mean, I think it would be first of all, it's a great career. Also, I think I would definitely get a lot of enjoyment about all the things that I would learn, as far as being able to fire a weapon, being able to put it together, clean it, do all the things. Formation, I'm very good at structure.
Sure.
So if I'm put into a structured environment,
you're not Eagle Scout good, but certainly Boy Scout.
No, but I mean, my bet's going to be.
You're good with your structure. You would just struggle with the sergeant.
Correct. But I'm smart enough to keep my mouth shut now.
That's the difference, right?
And hopefully I could just get through the physical.
Ted's not buying it.
I would bite my tongue a lot.
I think you should be a
Did
bite
you want to
scholar.
say something, Montgomery? Can I?
Yeah. I mean, I want to.
I want to join the
Will I?
military.
No.
I want to guarantee I'm not in his class.
Oh, God, you'd be doing more push-ups
Yeah, if I
and
was in
running more
your
miles.
unit, we'd be on that quarter deck the whole time.
I think I'm the one telling the 18-year-old to shut up. Like, kid, man, you're going to kill us on this. I think I'm the voice of reason.
I don't believe that. No.
You don't think so?
No. Not in that setting.
Miles Montgomery, voice of reason.
There's no chance.
Voice of reason
you don't
until he
see
gets to one day of R&R.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, do you know what happened? Yeah, Miles got in a fight with the sergeant.
In a bar.
Yeah.
Hit on his wife.
I was just going to say hit on his wife.
Miles Montgomery, voice of reason.
That's what everybody says.
Oh, my God. Okay, Big Dummy's coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
There's artificial intelligence, then there's apartmental intelligence. Yep, it's a thing. Apartments.com knows how to find the exact place you have in mind. Want a 3-bedroom condo in a walkable downtown? Done. Or that single-family home with a yard in a quiet neighborhood? Easy. With over 1 million rental listings, plus search tools that make moving simple, their apartmental intelligence can get you a place that gets you. Visit Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Okay. A little slidden out there. Game is up, Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Well, I don't know him personally, but his name is Tom. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hola. Tom, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Let's see here. Tom, you're going to pick a tough job. You're going to be a cop, a paramedic, in the military, or a nurse?
I'd say military since I spent 20 years in the military.
You did, Tom. What branch of the military?
I was Air Force.
Air Force. Okay, what do you think would be Ted and I's hardest thing to get through as far as basic
the
training?
Initial interview.
Well, yeah.
The initial interview?
No, I mean, what do you think would
The
be tough?
recruitment process.
Yeah, what do you think would be the hardest part for? Because Ted and I, we're picking military as well. So since you've been in the military, what would you say would be the hardest thing for us to be able to overcome at first?
I think having no rights initially in basic, having to obey and do everything you're told, probably.
Okay, all right.
See,
I think you're right.
I'm fine with that. It's the idea of the physical stuff and going through the crucibles.
Yeah,
I think you guys would have two different things. I think, Ted, you're right. I think you'd fall in line quicker as far as discipline goes and just feel like, man, I hate the physical crap. Or Miles, you'd be like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this physical challenge. I wish I could do it when I get out of the brig. I feel like that's basically what your experience is.
Because I just assume I'm going to join the Marine Corps.
All right. Ted the Marine.
And look, I'll be that honest. I have a very good friend who did his 20 years in the military in the Air Force.
All right.
So he cracks on the Air Force all the time. And I told Mike, I'm not in the military, so I'm not going to do it. But when I was writing out the question, I put military, and I wanted to put in parentheses, not the Air Force.
Oh, damn. All right, Tom, here's your question. Which pool ball has a green stripe?
Oh, yikes. I don't know, 9.
7?
Nope.
Now, the green ball, I believe, is the 6.
So which one has the green stripe?
So,
it's funny. People will go with pool balls when it's the solid colors. And you get to this, because it threw me off, too. It is the 14.
14. I was
14. Would you guess the 9 ball?
No, 9's
yellow,
the yellow
right?
stripe.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. Your question. Arnold Schwarzenegger played the character Douglas Quaid in what movie?
Oh, man, he went to Mars. It was...
Yes. He went to Mars.
Hagen was the other name.
Saw a three-breasted woman.
Oh, yeah, Sharon Stone was his fake wife.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Throw Mama from the Train?
Yes, Total Recall.
Had to talk your way through that one. Very good.
Oh, you got there, yeah. He was in Mars. I would have never remembered the name.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Conrad. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Conrad, are you sober or not sober?
Totally sober.
Totally sober, Conrad. All right, Conrad. Gonna pick a tough new job. You being a cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
Going with military.
Going with the military. What branch would you enlist in?
Probably the Army.
Army. Okay.
All right. Bill, you could be Conrad.
I think if we do it, we got to go top of the line. Special Forces.
Special Forces?
Yeah, they need a
How
couple guys.
long do you think you would last in Special Forces?
Oh, I'd ring that bell in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I was thinking about the Coast Guard until you tell your story. Well, I guess that was the Coast Guard Academy.
It's Coast Guard.
Which
So
is
my
different,
brother.
but if those
you still had
rules
to
still
do the thing.
apply. I mean,
So I don't know if that's their version of boot camp. I don't know. But my brother had been recruited by the Coast Guard. He was very, very excited about it. They desperately wanted him. It's like a match made in heaven. We had all the Coast Guard gear, right? They gave us all the crap. So we went to the academy. What is it? New London, Connecticut, I believe it is. And they gave us this big-ass tour. They're treating him like gold. Like, my brother basically is a future Coast Guard member at this point. We all know it. And then we sit down and we watch this, 20-minute film. And it's just about what they have to do to get to the academy. And most of the academic crap or any of the kind of, my brothers love it. Absolutely love it.
Right, it's his thing.
But that's why they recruited him. This guy's got a big brain, and the truth is, my brother, he is not going to see physical action. This is not why you've been recruited. You are there to be a brain. However, if you go through the academy, there's still some physical stuff you have to do, and it wasn't terribly grueling. But the last thing they had to do, right, this is their last rite of passage before they get whatever it is you get in the Coast Guard, they take you out on this cutter, and I can't remember how tall this cargo net was, but it was a great distance up. And the idea was you climb up the cargo net, you throw your leg over the mast, I guess, and then climb down the other side, right? And that is the final thing that they do. And you are officially a Coast Guard member. My brother watched this movie. They showed that thing last, and they had a camera shot from the top of the net looking down toward the water. And he seriously looked at the guy who had recruited him, the guy we'd been there with for hours, treating us like gold. Said, nope. The guy goes, I'm sorry, what? My brother goes, do you have to do that? And the guy goes, well, yeah. I mean, the whole film was all the other stuff. He's like, I have no problem with that. Do you have to climb over the cargo net and come down? And the guy goes, yes, it's the last thing we have you do. No, I'm done. There's no chance I go here. That was that. That was it.
That's what I'm saying.
Period.
That's why
you couldn't talk. He was just like,
well,
nope.
See, I like the Coast Guard, but the swimming requirements as well. Like I could do a triathlon. I know for a fact. Well, I could do two out of the three aspects. I know I could run it, and I know I could bike it. That swimming aspect of it,
sure,
that's the one that's going to kill me. So that probably have to go into the Army, I think.
And just on that alone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the idea of Coast Guard, but I mean,
what about the Coast Guard you like? Because to me, the sexy thing is when those guys are dangling from helicopters. And while that's cool, I think to myself, I would never do that.
Well,
big crashing waves.
You also have to remember, you're never in like San Diego or Hawaii. Like you were like helping a fishing boat where it's cold.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
You're in the
Maine.
Bering Strait.
I mean, you're somewhere that just sucks.
But the flip side is, if you want the action, though, if you want action, I would think you'd want to be in the Bering Strait. Sure, surroundings kind of suck, but like there's more chance for things to go wrong.
There's a lot of stuff in the Caribbean too, man. The coast, I mean, they're out there all the time watching for stuff.
Yeah, but is that like drug runners and all that?
Yeah.
But that come on.
I know what I'm doing.
That's not the same.
texter just said it. Space Force.
Space Force.
Space Force, man.
All right.
Space Force, yes.
What do you do?
I don't care.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting a lot of stuff.
Shooting a lot of stuff. All right.
I want to shoot stuff. I want to fire an RPG.
Okay.
I want to run a 50 cal one time. It's like, Dad, we need somebody to shoot stuff. Bring in Smith.
Somebody to shoot stuff. That's what they're always looking for in the military. Do we have anyone here that can shoot stuff? Thank God Ted's here.
He's a specialist or what? Like he loves throwing lead down range.
He'll shoot anything.
Ted's in jail.
Right, but he'll shoot anything. All right, Conrad, here is your question. What is the shortest and bloodiest of the seven dwarfs? I'm kidding. What is the shortest and bloodiest of Shakespeare's plays?
Oh, damn.
Are you hoping there's a seven dwarfs?
I thought you were going to ask about a battle of the Civil War for some reason.
Sorry to let you down, buddy.
Yeah.
Short one. How about the Tempest?
Too long.
Romeo and Juliet?
Macbeth.
Never say it.
Is that the one I thought it was? Is it Macbeth you never said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Theater guy knows.
Here is your question. What body part does a butterfly use for tasting?
It's antenna.
What's that? Oh, it's antenna. It's feet.
That's weird.
So you realize when a butterfly lands on you and you're all excited, really, he's tasting it.
You taste wonderful.
That is kind of weird. It takes like the coolness factor.
Hang
Butterfly landed on me. That's the equivalent of a stranger licking your shoulder.
Let me rub my feet on your steak to check if it's done.
He just wouldn't fly away. Keep that in mind. All right. What global issue does the 2016 Paris Agreement deal with?
Climate change?
Okay. By the way, Miles.
Yes.
As you join Space Force, a texter here says Space Force manages and controls satellites. Sweet. See,
yeah.
I don't think you're going to be fit for that.
Oh, I'm good. I'm right now. I'm monitoring the satellite that the Russians put up there years ago. It's probably entering our orbit.
Has it landed yet?
Any moment. No, I'm tracking it on my desk. I'm way ahead of this. Practicing.
Hello, Paul. Welcome to the men's room.
Yeah.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Yeah, you pee in a minute. I know. Paul, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober working.
All right, Paul. You're going to get a new job. Whatever you're doing now, forget about it. One of the tough jobs. You're going to be a cop, a paramedic, military, or nurse.
Yeah, see, I already have a tough job, but I'm in shape for, I think, military.
Okay. What is your tough job?
Most recently I worked for a paving company, and that road is very heavy.
The road is heavy.
The road is heavy, yeah.
Okay. All right. Paul, how old are you?
I'm 33, 34 this month.
I bet you could do it.
Okay. All right, Paul, here is your question. King Henry VI was the king of what country? King Henry VI.
It's got to be the UK, right?
England, I'll give it to you.
Okay, one and done. Nice job.
All right, before we let you go, a true or false question for you. True or false, Britney Spears and Donald Trump are 19th cousins?
That's got to be true.
Now, false. But Britney Spears is 19th cousins with Gerald Ford.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't she lucky?
She pulls out that little factoid at parties?
That's how they get her in.
Yeah.
She loves dancing.
She's got a
Constantly.
She's got a house down by my uncle's place. Well, she's on the water, you see.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Is that where she's living or she owns the house there?
She is kind of from that area, but she owns the house. I guess she's there some of the time. It's the weirdest combination of people. It's like Tommy Tuberville, and then Britney Spears, and then Karl Rove.
And then your uncle.
No, my uncle lives up
the other side of the track.
He's not in that area, but yeah. It's like, those guys are neighbors, huh?
Yeah, she's from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Is it Mississippi? Okay. Thought it was Louisiana.
I mean,
whatever.
She is from Mississippi, but general area.
Yeah. Hello, David. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hola. David, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober. Will your kidnappers take the gag ball out of your mouth?
Let me put those speakers. Yeah.
Did they do it?
Is that better?
No. But we'll roll with it.
All right, dude. I'll pick a tough job. Cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
Well, military.
Military. Okay.
And what branch of the military are you joining?
Navy.
All right.
All right.
Navy man. All right. My father was in the Navy. And at that time, the Bermuda Triangle was the big deal. He is stationed in New Brunswick, Canada. And part of his job, not the entire time he was there, and this is the stupidest thing, he's like, look, you don't get to pick your assignments, but me, about 6 other guys, we got on the same plane every day, and we did a round trip. We flew from New Brunswick to the Bermuda Triangle, and then we flew back. He didn't land. It was a 13-hour day. He's like, this is every day. And I said, what is the point of this? Yeah, there's a few other things we did, but the hope of the commanders, but not for those of us on the flight, was that the plane would disappear over the Bermuda Triangle and somehow maintain contact. I said, your job was to see.
Did they not like your dad?
I'm guessing they didn't.
Okay.
And
that's
the
how
other
I
guy,
do this. You guys fly into the
to
area.
the Bermuda Triangle every
disappear.
day to see if you, because it was the hotbed at the time. And I'm like, well, what did you think? He's like, look, man, we knew what anyone else knew about the Bermuda Triangle, which was you don't want to be there, but our job
This is
specifically was to fly into the Bermuda
This is like,
Triangle.
go talk to that tribe in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
And see
But
if they want
he also maintains, though, he goes, look, man, I was not a pilot. So the pilot could have been lying and said, yeah, we're in the Bermuda Triangle. And they weren't.
I mean, I think it's just how it works. My dad would always tell a story. He went to officer candidate school.
All right.
Right. And he had some big plan what he was going to do. And they said afterwards, they're all in a room, and a dude walks in on the chalkboard, just writes out in big letters, infantry.
Oh,
congrats. You're all infantry.
Right. There goes the plan.
Right. He's like, what about what I was planning to do? It's like, yeah, you're going over.
Keep planning. All right, David, here's your question. What city did Frank Sinatra help immortalize as, quote, that toddling town?
New York.
Palm Springs.
Nope. So you know he's a big New York guy. You know he's a big
Atlantic City?
San Francisco guy. Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
It's a toddling town, guys. All right, your question.
What does that even mean?
But toddling? I assume it means good. You might find out it means horrible.
All right.
Who won an Oscar for his role in the movie Ray?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Who?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr.
How about Jamie Foxx?
No, the other black guy, Jamie Foxx. You know, Sammy. You know what's so bad about this movie, man? Like, it came out, it got an Oscar nomination. Ray Charles never got to see it.
Doggone it, Steve.
Don't give me that look. It's true, man. Everyone's telling you, hey, they made this great biopic about your life. The people that know you say, hey, this is spot on. The problem is it's a movie.
Right? Do blind people still go to movies? Sure.
I mean, you could listen to it, I guess. And they can say, like, yeah, he's doing a great job. But like any movie, there's some scene where there's no dialogue. Just something happens. Ray never saw it, man.
What's happening?
Hey, Ray, he's kissing her.
What? I never kissed that woman.
I never did that.
I bet you Ray would be like, okay, then answer me a question right quick. Is she good looking? Because I never saw the woman I kissed.
Did I do well?
Right. All right, your question. In what state did the movie Deliverance take place?
California.
Oh,
God. Georgia.
It was Georgia. California.
Backwoods of California.
Yeah. I actually go to Northern California, man.
It's a wasteland out there.
It is.
But you don't squeal like a pig near as much as you bray like a cow.
Well, okay.
Come on, move for me.
Are you west of the Mississippi now, brother?
Move for me.
You move like a cow. Want your East Coast pig squealing?
Pull on your udder.
All right, your question. What color was associated with baby boys in the 17th century?
Light blue.
What's that?
Blue.
Blue.
No, it's the opposite.
Pink.
Dang.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was girls' name? Was that
Blue.
white? It was blue.
Blue.
It was blue. For
They
whatever reason,
switched
it was the opposite.
they switched it, like in the 1800s, I think it was, which would really do a number if you could bring them back to life, right? And take them to a, what do they call it, gender reveal party.
Yeah.
They'd always get it wrong. It's a boy. It's a girl, bro. Times have changed.
All right.
Well, that's like nurses were always men until the Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Then all the men were being used up.
Yep.
All right, your question is multiple choice. Wink Martindale, Bob Eubanks, Chuck Woolery, or Bill Cullen? Which future game show host had a top 40 hit with the song Naturally Stoned?
Eubanks.
I'll say Wink.
Chuck Woolery.
Oh, Wink Martindale just passed away.
Did he?
Last week, yep.
Oh,
Sure
damn.
did.
You know, that's his birthday.
That's exactly. I was like, Wink Martindale.
I can't
No one named their kid Wink.
I read it one. I can't remember his birth name, but yeah, it was
Again.
not Wink.
It's like the black guy's and white guy's nickname. That guy was successful. Still went by Wink.
Good point.
All right, white guy, you get a nickname, you can stick with it for life.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, just call me Wink. Because I had pink eye as a kid. All right, your question.
What are you, Anna Faris?
Yeah, oh, that's right.
She's doing ads for
No,
Walmart.
I saw that, yeah.
Pink eye.
Which, credit to her. I don't know if I'd want to be the spokesperson for Pink Eye.
I know somebody who could.
Hey, he did.
Stop it. Hey, are you into me? You like what I like? You get pink eye, you know what I mean? God. You like the taste of it? Yeah, here. You can get rid of this.
Go on the back door goggles.
Hey, just for dog. You know what I'm talking about.
Goggles.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
goggles. All right, your question. What affliction of eyesight is also known as daltonism?
Billy Mays here for backdoor goggles.
Nearsighted.
What was that?
Nearsighted.
Color blindness.
You like doing coke and then eating? Doing the Glen Cannon? You might get one of these.
You let it make it sound like a tauntaun. All right.
Well, you might get pink eye.
Your question, what holds the bit in a drill?
Ooh.
It's also a man's name or a verb to throw.
Okay. I didn't know it was called that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it also something that kind of stops
Chuck.
What was that?
Chuck.
Oh, I was thinking toss. Okay. All right. Very good. Game is Big Dummy. More Big Dummy coming up. We need to take a break.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Ever watch your pet sleep and wonder what they're dreaming about? Maybe it's them chasing a ball on a grassy field next to your new duplex, or catching the Frisbee in front of your single-family home. Or perhaps they're zooming around the kitchen of your open-concept condo. Whatever their dream setting looks like, you can rest assured that you'll find the most pet-friendly rental listings on Apartments.com, the place to find a pet-friendly place.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
There's Megadeth on the rock as we raid the Metal Shop Library in honor of our buddy Kevin Deers, who has passed on. By the way, both Loud and Local and Metal Shop this weekend are doing special episodes of Kevin. And if you saw a post he put up about, I don't know, like a month ago or so, he did have a picture on there with Dave Mustaine.
Oh, yeah?
Which is pretty cool. I'm like, Dave Mustaine.
All right. He still looks the same.
He does. He looks exactly the same.
And he's never looked good. That's the weird thing about Dave Mustaine. Like, wow, you're still just as ugly as you've always been.
We're going to play some tunes from the Metal Shop Library, so to speak, for the rest of the afternoon. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hold on, gentlemen.
Cheyenne, are you sober or not sober?
Definitely sober.
Okay. Welcome to the program.
And I just have to say real quick, much love to Kevin and to all you at the station and all the listeners. So there you go.
We
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right, Cheyenne, you're going to pick a tough job. What are you taking, cop, paramedic, military, or a nurse?
I got to go with paramedic because, I mean, I help people in a lot of ways with what I do now, and that would be a chance to do it even more. So that's what I'd want to do.
Yes. Yeah, except you're just covered in blood and guts.
I think I'd be able to handle it.
All right. Okay. All right. Here is your question. What does CMYK stand for in color printing? CMYK.
I have no idea.
That is the right answer.
CMYK.
CMY in color printing. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and key black.
Oh.
Which, again, if I'm printing in black and white, why do I need cyan?
Right.
It's like, you can't print this. You don't have cyan. I'm like, I get that. But I said print it in black and white. And the printer even says, I know you did. But still, I want some cyan in me to do this job. All right, your question. What make of car appears in the left foreground of the Abbey Road album cover?
Is it a bug?
Oh, nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed,
Nice
man.
job.
Volkswagen.
Is it really a bug or is it a beetle? I know it was called
What was
a bug.
the difference? Is there?
It's the Volkswagen Beetle,
So
right?
I think
You don't
people
go
just
and buy a
called it the
bug because a Beetle is
it's
a
beetle.
bug. I get
Yeah.
that, but still.
I never thought about that. Yeah, I think they just called it the bug because it was a beetle.
Okay.
Like the Volkswagen Rabbit. People called it the Hassenpfeffer. They didn't. Hello, Rick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Rick, are you sober or not sober?
Team sober.
Okay, Rick. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. You're going to be a cop, a paramedic, military, or nurse?
I got a lot of friends that are cops, so it's what I'd have to go.
Going to go cop. Okay.
Gonna go cop.
All right, cop.
Cop's not bad either.
It's not. By the way, I just got a text. I was saying to Dave Mustaine, he's always looked the same. He's just always been ugly. Someone says, dang, Thrill, brutal. I always get told I look like Dave Mustaine. I'm so sorry, man. You should be offended when people say that. All right, here is your question. Tony Scott directed what popular Tom Cruise movie?
Mission Impossible.
That would
Top Gun.
Top Gun. That's it.
Got it.
All right, your question is multiple choice. Campanology. Campanology is the study of what? Candles, bells, ribbons, or gems? Campanology. So candles, bells, ribbons, or gems?
I'm going to say gems.
I'll go ribbons.
Nope. Equally as cool, the study of bells. I bet you they have their own dating website. All right, your question. What university was Gatorade invented in 1965?
University of Oregon.
Oh,
No,
Florida. Florida Gators. Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Could have had,
Not Donald Duck orange
makes
juice.
sense.
it's got that beaver age. You never know. Oregon.
You ever seen the background on that? Apparently the original versions were just
Horrible. Awful. I could, but they're probably, hey, it's medicinal. It's not supposed to taste good.
right because they just kept cramping up no matter how much water they drank.
Well, it's humid as it is there, man. It makes sense.
It's Central Florida.
Right. All right, your question. How old do you have to be to serve in the United States Senate?
30?
You got it. Nice job.
What do you think the average age is of the average U.S. Senator right now? So you can be 30.
62.
47.
I'll take 58.
64.
Oh, I got the
So-
closest without going over.
You could be 30 to get elected, but the average senator, 64 years old. Finger on the pulse.
Average.
Hey, Ms. Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Connor. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Connor, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Connor, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. Are you going to do the cop, paramedic, military, or a nurse?
I'm going to take military.
Military. Okay. What branch of the military?
Either Marines or Army.
Okay, what do you think would be the hardest part for you, Connor, to get past?
Honestly, probably the the ASVAB or the whatever requires your brain.
Okay.
Thinking.
That thinking part. I don't like that.
You're the brawn.
All right. Here's your question. This is a multiple choice question. What was the last letter added to the English alphabet? P, J, Q, or V? So P, J, Q, or V. Which was the last letter added?
Q.
That makes sense because you can cover Q with a K and a W. The last letter added was J.
Check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn.
Yeah. Back in the day, the best you could do is irk off. All right, your question. The Jupiter 2 spacecraft was featured on what TV series? Jupiter 2 spacecraft.
TV series?
Yes.
Star Trek?
That was the Starship Enterprise. The Jupiter 2 is the spacecraft in Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
God, that's so
I
sad.
had no chance on that.
Well, and you proved it by not getting it. All right.
Thank you.
Your question, in what country would you find Monte Carlo?
Monte Carlo. Is that, oh, damn.
Monte Carlo. Is that Spain?
Morocco? Not Morocco. Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah.
Monaco.
It's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Monaco, Monaco is divided into how many quarters?
4?
Yes, and that is why it's quarters.
Wow.
Kind of a trick question. It's divided into how many quarters? I'm like, if you say anything other than 4, you're just not listening.
When did everybody rich decide to live there?
I don't know. It might just be the location, or is it on the water?
I mean, it's right there on the Mediterranean.
And it's like stupid rich.
Correct, because it's right below what? Spain?
I believe so.
So they've kept their independence, but yeah, like the amount of billionaires that live there is just insane.
It's got to be a tax thing.
You know what? That's probably
There's got to be something weird. Other than the impressive location.
And the tax rate.
Yeah.
Now it's like the most boring race, though. The cars are too big.
What do you mean?
So Monaco, if you watch F1, I mean, you don't have to even watch F1 to know Monaco, right? It's beautiful. They race through the streets. But the cars have gotten so long and wide.
Oh, they can't take the turns.
There's nowhere to really pass.
Huh.
So basically, the whole weekend is just seeing who qualifies the fastest and you got to hope if that guy doesn't crash, basically he's going to win.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, are you sober or not sober?
Sober, just got up.
Okay. All right, Justin, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. You doing the cop thing, paramedic, military, or a nurse?
I'm going to go with cops, and just for the fact that if things do go wrong, I can finally say I was this many days from retirement.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. You got a plan.
I was 2 weeks away from retirement.
All right. Here is your question. Machu Picchu is located in what country?
Peru?
Boom. One and done.
One and done. All right. True or false question for you there with the big brain. True or false, penguin poop contains laughing gas. Penguin poop.
Please be true.
Huh.
It is.
You got to be kidding me.
Do you think wooks at festivals would eat it?
At a festival, yes.
Well, because I mean, they're doing nitrous, which is laughing gas.
Which, that's the thing. They're so nitrous. I don't know what the percentage of the nitrous is in their poop, but there are traces of nitrous. Yeah, laughing gas and penguin poop. Who knew?
You would have come to my tent and eat some poop?
Yeah, girl. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Sean, are you sober or not sober?
Team sober.
All right, Sean. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. Cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
I'm going to go military.
Military. What branch?
Let's go with the Army.
Okay. All right.
Good. All right, let's see here. What do we have for you, my friend? Here is your question. What fruit comes in chubby gray and Jubilee varieties?
Oh, man. A grape.
That would have been my guess as well.
Cherries.
Not a cherry.
Oh. I was confident.
Watermelon.
Oh.
And I had some watermelon today. It's not quite the season yet.
Not quite.
It wasn't
My son's
bad.
like counting down the days.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What sports hall of fame is located in Cooperstown?
Oh, that's MLB.
Boom. Okay. Nice job.
Would anyone go to Cooperstown if that were not there?
I mean Canton's is the same way.
No, you're not wrong. At least with Canton, you can go, look, I'm close to Cleveland or Columbus. Like, there's somewhere decent to go when they're done with Canton. But, man, Cooperstown is... Yeah.
I mean, most of them. Would you go to Springfield, Massachusetts
No,
for any other reason
I would not,
besides the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Nope. Where's the Hockey Hall of Fame?
Probably somewhere in Canada, where it should be.
I have no idea where that's at.
I don't either.
Well, it definitely shouldn't be in, like, I don't know, Toronto.
It could be in Detroit.
That's true. Probably like Miami.
Or Minnesota would be a good call.
Somewhere cold.
Oh, it's in Toronto.
Toronto.
Is it in Toronto?
Yep.
You've got to be kidding me.
No.
It shouldn't be.
They do it right.
Maple Leafs, really?
Hello, Julius. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Julius, are you sober or not sober?
Oh, man, I've been sober for 20 years, bro.
Okay, Julius, I believe you.
You have or haven't?
I have not.
All right.
Okay, something to be proud of. Julius, pick a tough job. You being a cop, a paramedic, military, or a nurse?
Well, I know it's a high standard, but I'd be the dirtiest cop Seattle has ever seen.
Okay. High standard.
I think I'd have you beat. I mean, I really do. Just like, all right, man, you're a drug dealer. Wait, what kind of drugs you dealing? Okay, let's strike a deal. You know, if it's a drug I don't want, like if you got meth, I'm arresting you. If you have the ones I like, man,
You'd be one of those vice cops that takes it too far and ends up in jail.
Yeah, probably day one.
You're going to end up on YouTube, if anything.
Yeah, man, it's right there, you know.
It's like, dude, you're in uniform. You're not undercover. You can't do that.
I know, but my thought is like the cost of this is very extreme, but I can confiscate a certain amount from this gentleman, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're good. All right, your question. What is the last name of Lucy and Linus in the Peanuts comics?
Smith? Oh, I don't know.
Smith. Nope. It's the same as a Sports Center anchor.
Current?
Current.
Van Pelt.
Van Pelt.
Oh,
It
Lucy.
is Lucy and Linus.
Linus Van Pelt.
No way.
They're all related.
I got that.
All right, your question. What taste are cats unable to detect?
Sour?
Yeah. Sweet. Oh, which kind of makes sense when you think about a cat.
Get all up in there.
The song "Like a Rolling Stone" was the first top 10 hit for what artist?
Like a Rolling Stone?
Yes.
Did he keep this one?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was a group.
Bob
Rolling
Dylan.
Stone? Oh, Bob Dylan.
Am I thinking, is that the same song? Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he lay his head was his home.
No.
This is like a
rolling stone. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is like a, not Papa. Come on, man. All right, your question. What nursery rhyme character was worried? What nursery rhyme character was warned that, quote, the cow was in the corn?
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mr. McGregor?
Little Boy Blue.
It was, in fact, Little Boy Blue.
He needed the money.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
The cow's in the corn, you know what I mean?
I don't, but pass it. All right, the question. The Roadrunner is the official bird of what U.S. state?
Arizona?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Question 6, Julius.
Because they were in New Mexico, right, for tunes.
Well, they should have made the left at Albuquerque.
Yeah, that's right.
I can only assume he was still in New Mexico.
That's right.
All right, the question. What is Peter's TV network called on the TV show Family Guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I was just watching it.
Don't overthink it.
yeah, I mean, really do not overthink this. Peter's TV network.
Network, PTV or something like that?
I'll give it to you, PTV, which it sounds worse than PTV.
He had a lot of great programming on PTV.
So what is it, like his own public access? Or
No, he bought a satellite, man, and he actually broadcast television out of his own home. You know, Quagmire got on it with a midnight Q. He had like the side boob hour on there. There was a lot of great
The
programming.
side boob hour.
Cheeky Bastard was Stewie and Brian's show. Yeah, that was a good channel. Until the FCC came in and screwed them all over.
I'll be damned.
Game is Big W. 206-803 Round.
The FCC, that was their show tune for the FCC, and they caught it. They were like, that's actually great. We love it. Put it out there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they loved it.
Hello, Valdez. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola. Valdez, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
Okay. All right, Valdez, you're going to pick a new tough job. Are you taking a cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
Military.
Military. What branch?
I would go Marines.
Okay.
You'll be there with Ted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Valdez. Here is your question. Why is Max mad in the 1979 movie Mad Max?
His family was killed?
Yeah.
One and done.
Pretty
Nice
much,
job.
yeah.
Nice job.
I thought he was just thirsty.
Nah, man, they killed his kid and his wife, and you know what? Max was angry. All right, you got a one and done question. Let's give you a true or false. True or false, it is impossible to poison a possum.
True.
Really? Yeah, man. They have some kind of protein in their body. So whatever poison you give them, whatever this protein is, it is fast acting. It either shields them from it or it exits their body. But either way, scientists are studying it to see if they can come up with something for us.
Damn.
You know? Okay. Yeah, you can't poison.
I think it's why they're actually really good for the environment, because they take out a lot of very noxious things, and it doesn't affect them.
Other than their looks.
Yeah, they're ugly.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCKS.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Metallica there on the rock as we celebrate the life of our buddy Kevin Deers. Tributes this weekend on Metal Shop and Loud and Local. Just crazy 24 hours here at the radio station. That is a fact. Good news, we do have the head chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes, each state's favorite drink on an airplane. That's on the way after the game, known as Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brad. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hola. Brad, are you sober or not sober?
Yeah, I just want to say condolences to you guys and Kevin's family.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it, dude.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Brad, what team are you on today?
Not sober.
Not sober, Brad. Okay, Brad. All right, man. You're going to pick a tough job. Are you going to do the cop thing, a paramedic, military, or nurse?
Going military.
What branch of the military there, Brad?
Hoorah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, Brad, here's your question. In what store was Winona Ryder caught shoplifting?
Macy's?
Nordstrom?
You're getting warmer.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Saks Fifth Avenue. At least it wasn't like Dollar Tree or something.
Yeah.
Well, she just does it for the thrill. It's not really about the price point.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. She's a kleptomaniac, is basically what she said.
Oh, well, that's the thing then.
Yeah, look, I just like the thrill of knowing
stealing.
I did it. Right. It could be a piece of gum. It doesn't need to be $1,000 necklace. I can afford the $1,000 necklace.
I just want to steal.
It's just the thrill of being able to steal it.
I like that that's the answer. Oh, no, yeah, I can afford it, man. I just really like stealing stuff. We cool?
Sure.
All right.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Oh, no, dude, listen, I got the money. I just want to
It's like
steal.
a pyromaniac.
No.
As
Don't
long as
worry.
it burns.
I'll pay for it. I just like pouring my own beers.
Yeah, that's all it is. Relax. Less work for you. All right, Brad, here's your question. What is the name of the dragon in The Hobbit?
Smog?
What'd you say?
Smog? Like,
yes. His original name was Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence the Dragon. It just didn't carry the fear.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Corey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Corey, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Corey. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. You're going to be a cop, a paramedic, military, or nurse.
I guess we'll have to pick military with this one.
And do you have a branch in mind?
Navy.
Navy. Okay.
All right.
Nobody's picked nurse today, as far as our contestants playing the game.
That's too much, man.
I know it's too hard.
Too hard, too much, too many hours. All right, Corey, here is your question. What is the capital of Missouri? I'm sorry? What is the capital of Missouri?
Of Missouri?
That's how people from Missouri say it, yeah. I'm from Missouri.
That would be Uranus.
Uranus, very close.
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City. All right, Corey, multiple choice question for you. Which celebrity had their dog cloned twice? Madonna, Prince, Katy Perry, or Barbara Streisand?
Let's go Madonna.
No.
Katy Perry?
No. I feel like they all make sense.
Prince?
No.
Who's
Barbara
left?
Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
What was her dog's name?
I don't know. I don't even know why I consider that. What is her dog? I have no idea.
Liberace?
Why would you clone your dog?
I don't know.
I mean, like, it's got to look the same. It's just not going to be the same dog. That makes no sense.
I love Tigger, and no chance would I clone him.
Why not?
He had a skin disease.
Oh, God,
and this
right.
and that. Like, I loved him. I don't need another one.
You think you'd be like, really, man, again?
He stunted you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying again, love the dog, but no reason to reincarnate the same dog. I'd get another Scotty.
Just not Tigger.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into, man? Like I said, I had my dog, Coley, chillest dog you've ever had. I got Molly, exact same everything. Very different dog. Very, very, very different dog.
Yeah, the personalities on the blondes I date, they're always different.
Yeah. I mean, they look the same.
They look the same.
Entirely different
Yeah.
experience.
Some even have the same name.
Get that one tattooed. All right.
What's the most popular name?
I think I dated two Amandas, and then kind of off and on with three Mollys.
No Lindsays?
3 Mollies?
Yeah.
Well, my dog's name is Molly. Hands off, buddy.
Well, she is attractive
Four.
and friendly.
Make
She
it
is
four.
cute.
Make it four.
Yeah, it's very cute.
What'd you say, a Lindsay?
Yeah. Just trying to think of the blonde-haired women that I know.
I dated a Lindsay, not blonde.
Okay.
Yeah, Stephanie had dark hair.
Weirdo. Was she the racist?
No.
Oh,
Jesus, no,
sorry,
no.
I
Stephanie.
dated a dark hair, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Is there a blonde? I feel like Stephanie's going to lean dark hair.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
those
blonde ones. There's blonde everything, man.
Blonde everything.
They're not real blondes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But with that said, I like you all.
If you can name it, it comes in blonde.
Right?
Think of a name. You can find a blonde one. All right, your question. In what year of the 1990s did the Foo Fighters release the song Learn to Fly?
1999.
Got it.
You
Yeah.
are
Nice job,
correct.
Corey.
Can you
Very
believe
good.
that? That song's been around for 26 years.
Yep.
God,
Great
wow.
video, too.
So, I don't remember that one.
Learn to Fly?
Yeah.
They all play like different caricatures, but it's all them in the band. So like one of them is like Dave Grohl's a baby. There's the flight attendant who's doing cocaine.
Okay.
Like it's a very funny video.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, bitches.
Hola.
Mike, are you sober or not sober?
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Bosch's innovative power tools make you feel like a Bosch. Like when you pile drive screws and bolts with the 2-in-1 impact driver, you'll feel like
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah!
Or when you powerfully blast through concrete with the Bulldog rotary hammer, you'll feel
like I have the power!
And when you make buttery smooth cuts with the Glide Miter saw, you'll feel
Scoobity-bee-bop smooth, baby.
What he said. With expertly engineered power tools, the more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Well, my wife's sitting right here, so of course I'm sober.
You're sober because your wife is there.
Uh-huh.
So you're doing it in reverse. I like that she's laughing. Yeah, it should be that you're not sober. All right, you should pick one of these tough jobs, Mike. A cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
Well, I think the nurses need some love, so I'll pick nurse.
Nurse. Nurse Mike.
Nurse Mike. Got strong hands.
Yes, he does. Big, thick fingers.
I'm requesting you for every sponge bath.
Well, you know what they say about big fingers.
Yeah.
Big gloves. All right, Mike, here's your question. What was the other nickname for the Whitechapel murderer?
No freaking idea.
Whitechapel murderer.
The Whitechapel murderer.
Is it Jack the Ripper?
It is Jack the Ripper. Because they even said Jack the Ripper's nickname. Jack the Ripper's nickname is the Whitechapel murderer. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Jack the Ripper also a nickname.
Jack the what?
Jack, say that again now. Slow it down.
Sounds like a guy who farts a lot.
Yeah.
Jack!
The first guy, man, I said the Ripper. All right. Your question. What Roman gladiator led a slave revolt that became the subject of a 1960 Oscar-nominated movie? Spartacus.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Question 3.
Question number 3. Which of the 7 wonders of the world would you find in Agra, India?
I do know that one. The Taj Mahal.
Okay.
Yep. Nice job. Taj Mahal.
Nice job. Taj Mahal. Is that casino still open in, was it Atlantic City?
I've been there. I don't know.
Maybe. Was it in Vegas and Atlantic City or just Atlantic City?
I know on your way to the Taj Mahal that someone built a Taj Mahal in India.
Wait, so if I'm in India going to the Taj Mahal.
Correct.
On the way there.
You will pass another Taj Mahal that some guy built that is a replica of the Taj Mahal, but it is, in fact, the same size as the Taj Mahal.
It's the same size.
Yes. So if you're leaving New Delhi.
So do you bother
might
to
as well
go
just
to the
stop.
Taj Mahal?
I don't know. I just think I'd go halfway and be like, all right, I've seen kind of it.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Dwayne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Dwayne, are you sober or not sober?
Just cracked my very first men's room lager for the day.
Oh, good for you. So you're sober then. All right, Dwayne.
I am.
Okay.
Congratulations to me, right?
Yeah. All right, our men's room poll. You're going to pick a tough job. You taking the cop, the paramedic, military, or a nurse?
I'm taking a nurse, the married one. I know how freaky they can be.
You're going to be the freaky nurse. Okay.
No, I'm gonna hit on the rest of them.
Oh, I see. That's the play. I'm a nurse now, ladies.
Taj Mahal in Atlantic City has closed.
Yeah, does not surprise me.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say who owned it, but it is now the Hard Rock in Atlantic City.
Okay. All right, Dwayne, here's your question, multiple choice. Hello, hi, ahoy, or greetings. What word did Alexander Graham Bell suggest for answering the phone? So, hello, hi, ahoy, or greetings.
Greetings.
Ahoy. Greetings. It was ahoy.
Ahoy. Yeah.
That was his suggestion. Hey, man, when you answer this thing, someone calls you, when you answer the phone, and he was pushing for this, you should say ahoy. And everyone said, no, we're not.
It's not on a boat.
We're not doing ahoy, man. We're just going to say hello.
Chips.
Yeah, what's up? What's really good with you?
I'm going to bring back one when I end conversations.
Okay.
Yeah. You just hang up. All right, one.
Click. I'm going to start greeting people with sup.
Yeah.
Because it's a cell phone, so you already know who's calling. You know, the mystery was back in the day. Your phone was ringing. You didn't know who was there. Now, I look and say, D. Ted Smith. I know Ted's calling.
That is weird, because there's certain friends I'll still say hello. Then I have other friends where I just will say their name, their nickname.
I'm with you. Every time you call Ted Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know who it is.
Like Bernie's last name is Granzo. If he calls me, I go, Granzo. He goes, Smith. And then we start talking.
There you go.
That's just weird things you do.
What's up, dude?
Like Dog from Hot Tub Time Machine.
There you go.
Dog.
All right, Dwayne, here's your question. Who was the losing coach of the first Super Bowl?
What year was that?
69, 68, I believe.
Shoot, I don't know. I want to say Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers won. I know who lost.
Yes.
He'll win.
Was it the Kansas City Chiefs they played?
Yes.
Correct. You got to know his name, though.
Lynn Dawson was a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. You know this guy's name. I mean, it's still...
Hank Strand.
Strand, yeah.
Hank Strand.
Wow, my hint was going to be propane accessors.
Okay, a little Hank. Gotcha.
Hank, yeah.
All right, your question. Who released the album 7800 Fahrenheit? The Melting Point of Rock.
Nice.
Is that nice? That's so stupid.
That's 80s. Is that Sammy Hagar?
You know, that does sound like a Sammy
Bon
Hagar.
Jovi?
It is Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Right.
Is that the one now Slippery When Wet was the big one. Yeah, but 78 degrees for the melting point of rock.
70, what was it?
7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. The melting point of rock.
Oh, yeah. It's a very ominous looking.
I recognize the album.
Melting Point of Rock.
Yeah. I remember reading an interview, all right, and the album had not come out yet, but the interviewer said to John Bon Jovi, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Bon Jovi's one who added, and he said, quote, the melting point of rock, get it. Yes, the interview got it. I swear, guys, I remember reading that like, oh, my God.
We're so hot, we're melting rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock cannot exist.
Jesus. Your question, what chemical makes plants green?
Starts with a C.
It does start with a C.
Think about Billy Madison.
Gosh, dang it.
Penguins?
No. Well, it's not chloroform.
It is not so chloroform. Close. It's very close.
Dang it.
Yeah, people always say chloroform.
More like borophyll.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, yeah.
Good call.
Hung up.
Good call, Mike.
I hung up, man.
Chlorophyll.
Yep.
More like
Question 5, Dwayne.
Question number 5.
All right.
What style of beer is used to make a black velvet cocktail?
I never even heard of it. Let's go with stout.
Yeah, I was going to say Stout Porter.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I only knew Black Velvet as the fine whiskey.
There is Black Velvet whiskey. Yeah. You never heard of the Black Velvet?
Maybe not, but black whiskey, yes.
Hey, they don't put it in a plastic bottle if it's not high quality, Miles.
Black Velvets are good, man. Half cider, half Guinness. That's how I drink them.
It's really not bad, yeah. Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. John, are you sober or not sober?
Halfway in between.
Halfway between. Okay.
I believe the police call that not sober.
Yes.
Probably.
All right, John, our men's room poll. Pick a tough job. Cop, paramedic, military, or nurse. What are you taking?
Well, actually, I worked as a paramedic, and I was working on... Paramedic.
Okay. So you're taking paramedic.
Yep.
Okay. All right, John, here's your question. Who sang the 1995 hit Gangsta's Paradise?
Oh, I know this.
Prove it.
Not Coolio, was it?
Yes. One and
That's
done.
Coolio.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
let's go. Hold on, before we let you go, true or false question for you. Gum, G-U-M, gum is the most littered item on the planet.
True.
Cigarettes.
Believe it or not, cigarette butts.
Yep.
Any guess how many cigarette butts around the world they find per year?
I don't know.
You have no idea. It's 4.5 trillion.
Wow.
4.5 trillion.
That is a lot of cops.
And how many in a pack?
20. 20, period. Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola. Eric, are you sober or not sober?
I'm getting ready to go on to a military installation, so that's classified.
I see. Okay, Eric, pick a tough job. Cop, paramedic, in the military, or nurse?
Well, the irony is there's a state patrolman right next to me, and I've been a Army-trained nurse since 2003.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
All right.
So you're taking?
I'm going to take state patrolman for the win.
Go for cop.
Oh,
Cop. Ah, okay.
I know that you were wondering there, Steve. You said 4.5 trillion cigarettes are found every year.
Yeah.
That's 225 billion packs of cigarettes that they collect every year.
That industry is not hurting. Now that I know that, they're fine. All right, Eric, here is your question. How many strikes in a row earned you a perfect game in regular 10-pin bowling?
How many strikes in a row in regular 10-frame bowling? I'm going to say 3 strikes in a row.
For the perfect game. Perfect game.
Turkey.
Oh, perfect game. Okay, so that would be 3 and 9 or 12.
Got it.
My man knows his man.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why. I think there's 10 frames.
There is 10
There
frames.
is, but you get 3 balls.
The 10th has three throws.
Right.
So you have
So
10,
how's that not 13?
10, 11, 12. We'll get to there, Ted.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Look, I never get close enough anyhow.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, hang on before we let you go. True or false? Afro Man's Because I Got High was actually nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, that should be true, but I'm going to go with false.
It's true. It was nominated back in 2002, man.
Sure. One more contestant in the game known as Big Dummy.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Joe, are you sober or not sober?
I'm working on not sober.
Okay, Joe. What are you doing over there? You drinking a men's room IPA?
I got a couple ice houses.
Oh, Ice House. Tall boys. Nice. Wow. All right. You pour that into a glass. Now, hey, Joe, pick a tough job. Cop, paramedic, military, or nurse?
I'm going to go military.
Military. All right.
Frosted mud.
Okay.
All right, Joe. Here's your question. What brand of motorcycle does Tom Cruise ride in the 1986 movie Top Gun?
I believe a Harley Davidson.
Nope.
No. Honda.
It's a Yamaha.
Indian.
Kawasaki.
Ah, none of us.
You guys danced all around it. Yeah, Kawasaki.
Crotch rocket.
Yeah, crotch rocket.
Fat boy.
All right, your question. What disease caused by the bacteria Y. pestis is spread by fleas and rats? It's a bad one.
We bringing back an old beloved movie dog?
Sort of, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
I'm not thinking what that is.
What'd you say was spread by what? Ticks and what?
By fleas and rats.
Fleas and rats.
Not ticks.
Not ticks.
Okay,
We get a few cases here in the States every year.
Yeah, not knowing that one.
Measles?
Bubonic
I'm about to
plague.
say it's the plague? Okay.
A.K.A. the plague, kind of like Elvis. You don't need your last name. You're just the plague. All right, your question, Joe. The Gulf War occurred after Iraq invaded what country?
Iran.
Kuwait. All right, Joe, your question. What L word is the name for the family of plants, including the peanut and the soybean? The peanut and the soybean. What L word? Mm-hmm.
You've got two of them below your waist.
Lactose. I don't know.
Legumes.
Legumes. Yes.
Legumes.
Question 4.
All right, question number 4, my friend. What terrible band performed the terrible theme song to the show Friends?
Wow. I believe it's a teeth whitener.
Teeth whitener and an artist.
Oh, yeah, like an artist that paints stuff.
Yes, a painter, yes.
One of those artists.
Well, it's not like a musical artist.
Yeah. No, we don't know it.
I have no freaking idea.
No freaking idea. That'd be the Rembrandts.
I've never heard of the teeth whitener.
Never heard of Rembrandt teeth whitener?
No.
Tooth whitener, teeth whitener.
No wonder your teeth are all nasty.
Yeah, man.
Stained.
Oh, he was Dutch.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I like that guy.
Your question.
He could draw.
What country has the most freshwater lakes? It's a northern country. You're close, Dave.
United States.
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Damn it, I thought that was us.
Question 6.
Oh, really?
All right, question number 6. What does the prefix pseudo mean?
You're killing me.
Pseudo.
Pseudo.
P-S-E-U-D-O.
I don't know, man.
Fake or false?
Oh, I thought it was an alternative.
Question 7.
Pseudonym.
All right. Question number 7. What chemical element's atomic number is 20? It's also very good for your bones. They like fortified milk with this stuff and Tums.
Calcium.
There you go.
There it is. Oh, you got him a tub.
Yeah. Oh, Tums? Yeah.
Oh, Tubs. Yeah, that's calcium, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, got it.
Know that. Got to pass a kidney stone. Head chef cut up Ted's Meat and Potatoes has each state's favorite drink while you're on an airplane. Let's go to the 4:30 and your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the Striped Way. Visit Condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Funk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
Return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
There is Iron Maiden, as we pay tribute to a lost family member here at KISW, Kevin Deers, who is no longer with us. Got the news last night. So it's been crazy day here at work.
Yeah.
As far as the emails we've received, the texts we've gotten, the things that are out there, he will be missed. He was.
He already is.
He was just an amazing human being, kind, compassionate. If you went to live shows, you probably met and talked with Kevin. And,
even if you didn't know you did, there's a very good chance that you did.
But this weekend, Metal Shop and Loud and Local will have specials devoted to the life of Kevin Deers, who is sadly not with us anymore.
Plus, I mean, you got to add in, the wrestling stuff he did.
Defy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole... Hell, I had friends on my Facebook talking about Kevin today that I know that I didn't even know knew Kevin.
Mm-hmm. He also worked at KUOW, so he's got a family over there that's missing him as well. So, yeah, it's been a crazy day. Okay, we're still going to keep raiding the Metal Shop Library though for the rest of the show. All right, Ted's Meat and Potatoes coming up. We've got each state's favorite drink on an airplane on the way at 4:30. But first, time for a couple emails here for the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
Uno one birthday request. Birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Cholas, today is my cousin Josh's 45th birthday. Can you give a fish sandwich? And ask the captain to talk about the last mascot softball game. Thanks, fellas. That's from Jeremy, the tax guy.
2 Oregon fish sandwich.
Ooh, well, ahoy there and happy birthday. He wants you to know we only called it softball because it was hot outside. But I'll tell you, hey, true story. But when you play softball with Little Debbie, the worst you can do is get to third base. I hit a couple home runs. Hey, by the way, because the old Capitan is flexible, I was both the pitcher and the catcher. Crunch berries.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Take a moment, a couple extra emails real quick here. Animal stories, the subject, fellas. My wife and I rented a cabin on Orcas Island a few years back. And our yellow Labrador, Annie, she goes everywhere with us. Annie and I are just roaming the beach, exploring and throwing sticks. We're headed back to the cabin, and out of nowhere, a strange couple approaches us. It was a big-ass shepherding dog with his pal, a goddamn goat. Full spike horns, the whole deal. I about lost my ass thinking, oh, God, they're going to kill Annie, and I'm going to have to get involved in this. Alas, just a curious couple who walked right up to us and said hello. Strangest pair of friends I've ever seen. Love you guys, long time. That from Jaybird, your Oregon Coast Merchants Mariner.
I'm curious to know what his dog did when this other dog and the goat approached. Like, did your dog also think, oh, God, they're coming over here to kill me? Or was the dog cool?
Yeah, it's just like, hey, man, what's happening? How you doing?
Yeah.
We're just kind of roaming around doing stuff. Let's see here. But Joel's catching up on the show on the Odyssey app. Figured I'd send back another email. Guys, as far as physical confrontations, my younger brother and I worked as lifeguards every summer at a pool in Baltimore County. One summer I was manager. As we were closing up, my brother brought in his time card for me to sign. He somehow had messed it up, and I told him I'm not going to sign it, which set him off. So we ended up getting into a scuffle in the pool office. Now, I'm 2 years older, but at the time we were about the same size. So I get him in a headlock and knew that if I punched him in the face, my parents would be pissed, and I'd get into trouble. So I just stuck with body shots. Now, after a few minutes, I told him I was going to let him go, and we are done. He agreed. But as soon as I released him, he took one step back and cold cocked me in the face. Blood all over the office, and he felt really bad. He's trying to help me control the bleeding. We had to call my parents to come and pick us up, and the GM of the pool to come and lock up. We did not get in trouble, but I had to go to the ER and get 15 stitches around my eye. Still have a scar to this day. That from Gibby.
Damn.
Okay, coming up until 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, people. Thank you, folks. Everybody in here, not all the time, but I'm sure from time to time, everybody in here has enjoyed at least a cocktail on a plane.
Many a time.
Yes.
Throw, what's your go-to on a plane? Do you stick with beer or do you switch it up?
I don't, and you know what, man, you brought this up earlier, so I'm a beer guy by nature, but a lot of the times, depending what airline you're on, it's not the beers I want, but I can always have a Jack and Coke, because the Coke's the same, the Jack's the same.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily drink them together, but I will order a Jack and Coke.
Miles?
I totally go off script on everything. Everything on an airplane is not normal to me anymore. So in other words, where I would normally have a diet soda or a diet Dr. Pepper, I get on an airplane, for some reason now I'm into the ginger ale world.
All right.
I mean, not even on the alcohol. I mean, all of it. I'll switch every single thing up. So I'll do like a Jack and Ginger. Never order a Jack and Ginger.
Right, but on the plane.
On a plane, Jack and Ginger seems like a pretty good idea. Gin and tonic on a plane. Seems like a pretty good idea to me. Ask if you want a little lemon, lime, put it in there.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I've even gone just the Bloody Mary mix without the vodka.
Really?
I just like it.
Wow. Okay.
What do you mix it with?
You just drink the mix.
Oh, you just drink
the mix,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's a good Bloody Mary. You really shouldn't taste the vodka. So, if you like the mix. Mike, what do you go for when you're on a plane?
I'm a Jack and Coke guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll just down the Jack and then enjoy the Coke.
That's what I do.
I did tell you a few weeks ago I had a flight. It was kind of earlier in the morning. I felt like a degenerate because I got an espresso vodka and a Sprite. But I wanted to drink the Sprite.
Okay.
So I just kept taking little nips off that little airplane bottle that would have the Sprite.
Sure, why not?
I don't know. There's two 12-year-olds next to me. It felt dirty.
You're teaching them something.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. They learned a lot in the first 5 minutes of Deadpool versus Wolverine before I turned it off.
Yeah, bro, it opens tough.
Yes, it does.
It does not waste any time just getting
How many
to
people
it.
does he kill there? Like 3,000?
Well, the thing was, the volume wasn't on, so I was like, all right, you know what I mean? And like,
Which helps because of the things he is saying.
Right,
But
so I'm
true.
trying to be considerate, but I mean, halfway through that opening scene, I was just like, stop.
Yeah.
Can't have that. So this is a list of every state's favorite boozy drink to order on a plane. They break it down state by state, and actually they have overall alcohol, soda, and juice.
Problem is, a lot of these planes don't have a lot of the popular beverages that certain states enjoy. So I can see where you're switching it up when you get on a plane.
I would also, this has happened to me twice now, once at Terrence's house, once on a plane. Just read labels correctly. There's a lot of NA beers, and they're mixing.
right.
Like I got this one with like salt and lime. I'm like, this is great. And then I realized, like after paying, whatever it is for a beer, I was like, oh damn it, there's not even booze in it.
All that money. Mm-hmm.
Vodka cocktails obviously are the top choice. 11 different states say, hey, give me the vodka.
All right. Is there any rhyme or reason, or are these states all over the place?
They're kind of all over the place.
Okay, that
I mean,
sounds
like
about right.
Alabama, right? Alabama, they like whiskey cocktails.
Not shocked.
Right? So that makes a ton of sense. But, I don't know. But then you go to Arkansas, they're drinking vodka. Colorado's drinking vodka.
Colorado, I can see. Arkansas kind of surprises me. I feel like Arkansas will be on the whiskey train,
Well,
if I had to guess.
whiskey's
Or
right
rum.
up there. So basically, there's like a tie between wine, whiskey, and vodka. They're all 11 states.
Is this box wine on the plane? I never order the wine, so I never pay attention to them pouring it. Or is it like the little bottles? If I get wine on a plane, are you pouring me a glass? That's coming
I
in a
am
box?
not sure. And
Yeah,
it used to be you got the little wine bottle.
Right.
It might go airline to airline or depending on how long the flight is.
Okay.
It's like you were saying you're flying to Spokane, but I feel like that's such a short flight. They just come by with a bottle and go, do you want a glass or not?
I think they got a white and a red. And it's a screw top.
So it is still the bottles.
Yeah, then they just slide out of the drawer and pour you a little plastic cup of it.
Mimosa in 7 states.
Yeah.
You can get a mimosa on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, because
they have little Prosecco's and then they have some orange juice for you.
I never branch away from the Jack and Coke or a beer if you have the beer I want. Maybe, like you said, for whatever reason, ginger ale on a plane. Look, don't mind if I do. But I never think to get like a
rum and pineapple.
mix. Right. It never crosses my mind. So it's almost mind blowing. I'm sure it's been there the entire time. But hearing this, like, what?
I forget they even have fruit juice.
Yeah,
that would be good on the flight home.
Yeah,
So as far as juices go, almost every state picks the same juice if they're going to drink it.
Orange juice.
No.
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
Really?
Apple.
Yeah.
Why?
It's weird. Like my daughter leaves
what I'm
apple
saying?
juice all the time, but most people I know, you go orange.
So I have a 6-pack of tiny little apple juices in my house, right? Mm-hmm. And the other day, my buddy's over, and I go, hey, while you're back there, grab me one of those apple juices. So naturally, he goes, why apple juice? Is it like for something specific?
Like cherry juice.
And right, like cherry juice, I know, right? Or there's other juices for certain stuff. And I literally looked at it, I go, nah, man, the other day I was at work, and during the show, Thrill was drinking one. It looked good.
And I stole that from my daughter.
So I bought a 6-pack of them.
Yeah, honestly, it was good. I don't drink apple juice much. It's almost always in the house. But for whatever that day I'm leaving, usually I steal my son's crap, right?
Correct.
So I got the Fanta today. He's got the whatever iced tea drinks, which is delicious. But I saw the apple juice, and you're right, teeny tiny little bottle.
Yeah,
You
like
know
do
what?
it this weekend.
I'm gonna hook it up.
If you go to breakfast with somebody or you go to brunch, I know it's natural to get like orange juice or whatever. Honestly, just get an apple juice. You'd be shocked how delicious it is.
They have pineapple juice on the
Texters are
plane,
telling
right?
us that the wine comes in a can on Alaska Airlines.
It is on the can. All right. Because pineapple, when we were in Mexico, man, that's the only thing my son would drink there, right?
Pineapple juice?
And it is freaking delicious, but every morning. But it just occurred to me, if you go make cocktails on a plane, you got to have apple juice or pineapple juice. But people give you a weird look when you ask for just pineapple juice. I had to bribe a guy at the bar, was it 2 years ago?
They just don't have it they don't have it in
He
the system
had
to
it.
be able to charge it.
Right. That was
Because
that's
it's for
the man.
mixed drinks, but you just can't order a can of pineapple.
And it's just
juice in
And
a glass.
unfortunately, a lot of bars are only going to have those tiny little ones.
That's what the guy
and
had.
it's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I want to say I bought 2 or 3. Like, I was not even hungover yet. You're still drunk from the night before kind of thing. And I'm like, I know pineapple juice will help me. And the guy's like, dude, Like I have, but like Miles said, I don't know how to ring it in. So I think you ring it in as like 2 beers or something like that, just to get the call. I'm like, I don't care. You can charge me $1,000 for those right now. I will pay it.
Yeah, we used to have cranberry juice on the gun, the bar I worked at.
Yeah.
And that was always kind of my go-to beverage in the mornings. Just cranberry juice. I mean, honestly, right now, I think I have cran grape or cran apple sitting in my fridge. Mm-hmm. So I like to mix it up. Now, some of these states are a little weird, right? Let's go with Louisiana. Overall, they like Coca-Cola. Alcohol.
Not shocking.
White wine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they cook a lot with it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know how much they drink, but I mean, I know they drink it between splashing it into the pan.
All right, we grew up in Maryland, or we all lived in Maryland. What do you think Maryland's number one alcoholic beverage is on a plane?
Beer.
Rum.
So for some reason, they do not include beer on this list. Obviously, beer would be number one.
Okay, then rum. How about Miles?
Mimosa.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And look, everybody has different traditions, right? Like my brother will not get on a plane, no matter what time of day it is, without getting a Bloody Mary.
But he'll get in the bar beforehand, before he gets on the plane. Right?
On the plane.
On the plane he gets
That's what he drinks on the plane.
Huh.
Kind of like you say you switch it up. But I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know. He's like, that's
my plane drink.
What I drink on a plane. Let's see. Some other one. Nevada likes the mimosa. New Hampshire. I like them. Their favorite overall beverage? Water.
Really?
Alcoholic. Whiskey cocktail. Soda, Coca-Cola, and juice. Cranberry.
All right. New Hampshire. Keeping it basic.
Yeah. Well, at least they're unique. Almost every state overall says water, which even if you're drinking alcohol on a plane, I still probably drink 2 or 3 glasses of water.
Sure.
Depending on the flight.
Right.
And like we said, they did put beer on the list because I think beer obviously
Just wins.
would be number one. Now let's see our home state here of Washington. Mike, you grew up here. Overall, what do Washingtonians drink on a plane? It's a soda.
Oh, it's a soda. Oh, shoot.
So overall, generally is either water or the classic.
White Claw.
Coca-Cola.
White Claw, the classic.
So Washington, overall, Coca-Cola. Alcoholic drink, vodka cocktail.
I wondered if we were vodka.
Yep. And then apple juice in there.
I was going to say, tell me apple juice is on there. Right.
Miles, you're a West Virginia guy. Water, whiskey cocktail, Coca-Cola, apple. Let's see. You grew up in upstate New York to start. Water, white wine, Coca-Cola, apple.
Really?
There's not, most places seem to be on the same thing.
Is there anybody crazy like Alaska or Hawaii? Do they do anything different, or is that just, I'm trying to think, like, is tequila the most popular drink in, New Mexico or Arizona or California, or I don't know, rum for Florida, or I guess it's just all basically the same stuff.
But somehow, when you get on a plane, everyone's palate changes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Miles, no. Arizona's favorite is red wine.
It's too hot for red wine.
Maybe that's why they drink. I'm on a plane and it's temperature control.
Room temperature. Yeah. Jesus, I want some cold.
Arizona, though, that makes sense, though, too, is it's so hot down there. People are generally healthier. And I know a lot of people.
And indoors.
Right. All they drink for their health is like red wine.
Really?
Yeah. Now, listen, over the years, I think we've kind of figured out some of these studies are true or not true. But I know a lot of people love red wine. But I want to say, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure tequila is the cleanest booze you can drink that's easiest for your body and for your liver to kind of go
specifically the Blanco.
Yeah. Right, to go through your system and everything. So if you're really looking to cut down on calories and maybe keep a little bit of health in your life, get a tequila with a little soda water and a twist of lime.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Okay, coming up at 5:08. Speaking of, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
There's another classic from the Metal Shop Library.
Yes, indeed, man.
As we celebrate the life of Kevin Deers, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Yeah. Metal Shop and Loud and Local, though, over the weekend we'll have specials that are paying tribute to our family member, to our friend. Been a crazy 24 hours, I guess, to say the least. So, yeah. It's still pretty fresh, but yeah. Kevin Deers is no longer with us. Okay, let's see here. Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shout of the day. We do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A study has found that there's a ton of cancer-causing chemicals in several beauty products that women use.
I just assumed there were.
Right. They're chemicals. They're destroying bacteria. All right, well, at some point, it's going to affect you.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they confirmed it, but I would have just made the assumption.
At this point, is there anything that we're using or that we're doing that isn't giving us cancer?
I've asked this question since I was like 7 years old.
Right.
Right, because no matter what it's cancer-causing agents anyway, right? So I'm like, well...
Our food is poisoning us. Now we have, little...
Your cell phone, your food, your makeup,
cancer
your
devices
clothes, your dryer sheets. I mean, my God. I'm like, at this point, you're just... It's causing cancer.
Well, and it just keeps going. Now it's microplastics and fragrances and all this other stuff that's just
all the Tupperware that you're storing your food in.
Microplastics.
Yeah, leaching all the stuff.
All that crap.
Exactly.
Like, Jesus, man, is there anything? Can I put it in a plastic bag? Is it the same thing?
Now I have asked, like, okay. Now I've got all this microplastic in me. Like, what is that doing?
Yeah, well, you can buy the glass ones. Well, the plastic lid's got it too.
Yeah.
So even if you buy the fancy schmancy stuff that you know your friend's going to take and never bring back, it doesn't matter. It's still going to give you cancer.
Well, as long as you don't overfill it to where the plastic's touching it, I feel you're good.
All right.
That's what my mansplanation goes with. There's a new list of foods to eat to increase your hair health.
My hair, well, don't really have that problem.
Which I didn't, I had to get into my 30s before I realized, no, there's things that you can do that actually is really good for your hair, that you need to take care of your hair. Of course, I'm also a dude that lost his hair by the time he was 30, so...
Yeah, by the time I heard this, I'm like, oh, cool, that would have been nice to know your
What are the foods?
I don't know, Ted. I don't have hair. I ain't working on it.
If ever there's a thing he's not working on, I'm like, oh.
If some of those things on the list are something I really like, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, no, it's basically stuff that's got different vitamins in it.
All right, like spinach?
I suppose. I don't know. You can look at the list.
Was Popeye bald?
I think he was. He was.
Or was he one of those cartoon characters had that one single hair that he was hanging on to?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure he was bald.
All right. Like Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
One hair. 70% of Americans are reportedly at peak financial stress.
All right.
Hey,
wow.
Cool. Shocking.
Feels good.
Cool.
HIV drugs are proving to be a viable shield against Alzheimer's.
Huh. All right.
Popeye was definitely bald.
Okay. But he had HIV.
Well, he's eating all that spinach. I'm just saying, they're like, eat spinach. I'm guessing spinach is on that. I'm getting worked up for nothing. Sorry, Mike.
Well, you know what? It's not a guarantee, Ted. It's something that you can do to help your hair health. So you know what? Keep eating the spinach. It'll come back, brother.
Yeah. You could be bald with a tiny little girlfriend.
Yeah.
Eat spinach.
Why couldn't Bluto go after somebody else, damn it?
He was all about olive oil, man. All
Had
about
to
that
have
olive
one.
oil.
Walnuts with breakfast will apparently help your brain work better.
Walnuts.
There's some side effects that they said was detracted from it, but all I saw was walnuts and your brain's doing better. So, I suppose there's proteins in there. There's whatever chemicals in there. They're making your brain work better. That's all I need to know.
I'm just picturing now, like you come over and I'm sitting there eating some eggs and bacon, and then like, what are you doing? Well, cracking walnuts.
Just, get some walnuts in there.
In the 70s, man, people, I don't know if they were eating them or not, but no matter whose house you went to, they had a bowl, a nutcracker, and it was full of walnuts.
Okay.
Oh, all the time. I mean, feel like everywhere you went, I just don't. I remember like maybe twice seeing my father crack them open, like watching football or something. But if you went to a house, there were walnuts for you to eat.
And often there was a jar of tobacco, pipe tobacco, right beside that with a couple of pipes hanging. So, like you got 4 or 5 pipes and nuts. That was typically what was on a coffee table.
You smoke pipes, eat walnuts?
Yeah, my grandfather had a spittoon next to him as he loved his
snuff.
No, I can't remember if it was beech nut.
Oh, right.
There's another famous like chaw, but he had
Pouch.
What's that?
Mel
Levi
Pouch.
Garrett.
Levi Garrett.
But he had that walnut thing, and he was always cracking them.
Was he actually eating them?
Yeah,
Probably a smart man.
I do it nowadays with pistachios.
But like if you see pistachios in someone's house, I don't question whether or not you're going to eat those pistachios. The walnuts, I'm like, you actually eat these?
How long have these been sitting there?
I think sometimes stuff like that, like, I don't know, if I'm watching the tube or something, sometimes I'll just eat pistachios to kind of stay busy.
Sure.
As opposed, because like you eat chips, you're just eating them. I feel like at least the time it takes me to sit there and crack shells, kind of like, I'm not, you know what I mean? As opposed to
working for
like,
my food.
Right. Like if I had a jar of just pre-shelled pistachios, I'm just like, "Rah."
Would you feel better about yourself if we put potato chips in shells? Look, you need all the chips you want, but you got to shell them.
Individual packs.
Yes,
that you
individual
have to
packs.
I'd shell them.
Yeah, we all would.
Yeah.
That'd be
Shell
weird.
and chips.
When's the last time you peeled a potato?
Ooh.
It's a pain in the ass.
Probably Thanksgiving.
Not terribly long ago. But yeah,
Maybe the holidays, Christmas, somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Has everybody in this room broken a decorative nutcracker at Thanksgiving time?
Broken
have
one?
not
Yeah.
yet.
No.
No?
I've got one.
I definitely did as a kid.
Right. It's nutcracker.
Oh, you mean the ones that
The
are
decorative
stand-up?
ones.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah, the toy soldier one.
I've never used it to crack nuts.
Not
Does
when you were a
anyone
kid?
use those to crack
No,
nuts?
I just use
like
those as
because we
decoration. You're not
had
supposed to.
those, and then we had like the metal. It looks like a dental
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not sure I have a nutcracker.
I don't.
I don't think
I wonder
do.
if back in the day they actually were usable
Nutcrackers,
as nutcrackers.
probably.
But then as time went on, they're like, look, screw the decorative ones, man. Just bring it out during Christmas time.
You're not seriously going to crack nuts with this thing,
Right.
Some Santa
I
Claus.
mean,
you're
you're
right.
paint on it, man.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're all over at Christmas, but I've never seen one actually crack a nut.
Nope.
A lot of them call them
I think kids
nutcrackers.
just break them. That's all it is.
We just call them like dude on a mantle.
Guy on a mantle.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Pop-Tarts. You're supposed to heat them up, but like almost everybody I know just eats them.
Goes raw.
Yes, but some people. But here's the thing: it will not break if you put it in the toaster.
Yeah, it's fact.
Yeah.
Experts are hoping that AI can translate animal sounds into words.
How do we know that? I mean, I read that earlier,
That's
and
a
I
fair
go,
call.
"That's cool," but how do we know?
Right. At the end of the day, it's all interpretive. It's all, we believe that we are now communicating.
Because
with it.
AI says a lot of strange things.
Right.
You have a story coming up that involves that.
Yes, I do.
Sell a bass guitar. Like,
Exactly.
This is not accurate.
Right. Bad news, fellas. AI has determined the exact year that the Earth will end.
When is that?
That'd be in 1,000,000,2021.
So we're good.
But I got plans.
All right. Yeah, well, get rid of them, man. They're gone.
No bowling.
Few scientists have taught a couple parrots to video chat, and apparently they love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, because parrots, they're usually they're a migratory bird. They're a bird that lives in a group, and you know, living in a cage, they tend to get lonely, so they need to talk to their own.
So they can Zoom each other now.
That's right.
Think they have fake backgrounds?
They have
You
a
really
blurred
into
background.
Jungle Man?
What's up, baby? Show me something.
Sorry, I blurred my background. The house is a mess.
Poop all over the bottom of my cage.
Oh, my cat's jumping on the computer now. Isn't he cute?
He'd kill me if he had the chance.
I know I'm at work, but my cat's still in the office. Apparently, there's a method to deploy when you're stuck on a problem, and it's called rubber ducking. I actually worked on this one because it was like, what in the hell is rubber ducking? And it has nothing to do with the actual device other than these people figured out this method that when they were stuck on a certain problem, they described the problem to a rubber duck in great detail. And as they did, their brain started finding solutions because the more detail that you put into it, the more angles you're considering, the more parts of your brain that you're actually activating.
In other words, once you realize you're talking to something that can't help you, you realize you're on your own.
Okay.
Duck, let me tell you know what? You're not going to help me. Jesus, let me figure this out myself.
I wanted to have a little bit of fun today on the top 10 today, guys. So I noticed that the English language is not the easiest. There's a handful of words that we either can't say at all or we're at least in contention for how they're supposed to be.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Pronounced.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
The 10 toughest English language words to pronounce. Well, this isn't one of the toughest to pronounce. It does evoke some polarizing reactions. Discharge. The dictionary definition comes out swinging as well. To emit a substance as by excretion or secretion. Turns out I just gave you 3 cringeworthy words for the price of 1. That's the gift I provide to all of you. And now I leave you with phlegm. Carry on.
So these are the 10 toughest English language words to pronounce. And again, some of these are just contested. That's why they're tough to pronounce. So number 10 on the list is the name of those short little videos that you get in text messages and on Messenger and all that.
A GIF, a GIF.
Exactly. The GIF or the GIF. So the man who created the graphics interchange format, or GIF, as it has come to be known, has one way of pronouncing this acronym, and the rest of us see it differently. According to Steve Willite himself, the best way to pronounce the word is with a soft G.
So GIF.
He first created the technology back in 1987, so we should probably listen to him when he tells the world time and time again
I invented it.
to say something like GIF. Think of the peanut butter brand if it helps. So actually, no, it's not GIF, it's GIF.
Oh, it's GIF.
It's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
It is a GIF.
It is a GIF.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I still disagree. It's a GIF.
I guess we can't disagree with him. He invented it.
Right.
I don't call it a GIF.
If I give you a present, I'm not giving you a gift. I'm giving you a gift.
A GIF.
Graphics. Oh, it's called it. No, it's not. We've changed the name. We have changed the name. The pasta that is made out of potato, I believe.
Gnocchi.
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 Gnocchi. I did it all for the gnocchi. Come on, the gnocchi.
Gnocchi. Oh, no. The pronunciation of this word seems so simple once you see it laid out phonetically. It's easy. No problems. Just call it gnocchi, and you're good. It says, okay, maybe we're lying about it being simple once it's laid out phonetically. It's still damn hard to say. But that's the way that you're supposed to say it. Gnocchi is, of course, an Italian word, and the food it defines is as delicious as any, a dumpling-like dish made from potatoes that has been popular in Italy for ages and ages.
Not my favorite.
I think I've had it like
Not
once.
my favorite.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's not the best pasta on the menu.
No.
I think it just depends what you put it with.
Well, and to be fair,
I disagree. I think that is phenomenal.
You think there's top dog pasta? Or at
It's
least
up there.
tier?
I mean, that's like fettuccine Alfredo. You order it very rarely because it's so rich, but man, that is good.
Yeah, I mean, most pastas don't offer any flavor. It's just what is traditionally right. So
But I
fettuccine,
really like the
just
flavor.
boil a bowl of fettuccine. You're like, all right, make a fettuccine Alfredo. It's like, all right.
Pasta's kind of like the AC/DC of the food world. Like, it's all the same. It's just different
But
things around it.
You like it no matter what.
Exactly.
Just what's the texture?
Right. I really like the flavor, so let's just go, baby. And I like it. So
The bigger the noodle, the chunkier the pasta sauce can be.
Generally,
yeah, that's why your standard pastas to me are better than gnocchi. Like, I don't mind gnocchi and I will eat it, but if I've got just standard pastas on the menu, I'll choose it over gnocchi every day.
Yeah, all right. Phil, you with me? I think it's phenomenal.
I do. I love gnocchi. But
Yeah.
again, typically it's served with something I really like with it.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
a vodka sauce.
Yeah, something like that. You go like, all right.
Okay.
All this, yeah. Stop being so silly.
Oh, boy.
Doggone it, Dad.
A penne for your thoughts?
I'm going to... this is a person that is constantly up to mischief. They are described as that type of person. They are a mischievous person.
Con artist.
Well, no, it's mischievous.
Mischievous.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to walk you guys home there.
Oh, my bad. I thought this was a hint. I was like, damn son of a bitch.
Mischievous versus mischievous?
So for some of us, it's pronounced mischievous. For others, you're supposed to say mischievous. And maybe there's a third weird, wacky way to pronounce it, too, as we are aware of. But no matter how vigorous the debate is over the two options, there's really only one way to say it, and it's mischievous.
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 Okay.
Mischievous. Yeah, mischievous, because there's no long-standing E on this.
I got you.
Mischievous. Okay. Mischievous. This one is a common surname in Vietnam. We've seen it, Nguyen.
When?
That's the way that I always knew it. When I was a kid, there was a character that had that. I don't know, dude. So here's what we say. By far the most common surname in Vietnam. If you visit that beautiful country in Southeast Asia, you'll see that Nguyen, as its common last name is Smith or Jones here in America. It's everywhere. They say the pronunciation here is actually pretty simple, and it offers you three choices. Some Vietnamese people swear it's pronounced Nguyen.
Nguyen.
With the first N spoken out loud. Some say that you drop the first letter and simply pronounce it as Win. And others insisted that it should be Nguyen.
Nguyen.
So
Nguyen.
I think it's just one of those. I feel like we have a couple of them. None of them come to mind right now that they're spelled the same, but it's just a matter of how you pronounced it how you were taught to pronounce it as you grew up.
Yeah, that's true. Especially with their name.
Exactly. Let's see here. A narrow spit of land that is meant to link two larger pieces of land together. Anybody know the name of that?
Isthmus.
You're so close.
Isthmus.
Isthmus. Yes.
Oh, Merry Isthmus.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Tyson.
Let's see here.
Oh, I love it. It's isthmus.
The correct way to say it is isthmus.
Isthmus.
Where
So, no
geographically
TH.
would we find an isthmus?
Central America and South America, like
The Panama area where the canal is that an isthmus?
that is an isthmus.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how thin it needs to be to technically be an isthmus. but
Oh,
there you
you're
go.
too thick to be an isthmus.
Too fat to be an isthmus. You're a peninsula.
The 10 toughest English language words to pronounce. Ted, I'm sure that you enjoy this on a Sunday. It's a meat and cheese board.
Oh, charcuterie.
Exactly. Well done. Let's see here.
Is that correct?
You pronounce it like this: charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Very good.
Oh, mamma mia.
It's not cute. It's charcuterie. Yeah.
How else do people say it?
Charcuterie.
Oh, yeah. God. I don't know what that
It doesn't charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Charcuterie.
It has to be meat and cheeses, right?
I believe otherwise it's a cheese plate or a meat plate, right? I think it's charcuterie. I think.
Well, it's like a new thing now. It's like bring your own charcuterie boards. People are like, I brought different kinds of donuts. And it's like, you just brought a selection of donuts, my man.
That's called
not
donut.
charcuterie.
Right. That's not what it is, man.
Unless you got pastrami hidden in there.
I brought donuts.
Everybody loves this one. What is the name of the Vietnamese noodle?
Pho.
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 Pho. Pho. Pronounced as the Vietnamese themselves do it. Pho.
I mean, it is spelled pho. So when we first moved here, I'm like, what is
Pho.
this pho? And they're like, it's pho.
They don't say it like that every time.
Pho.
She looks at pho.
Can I please have the duck? Pho.
I'm here for fun and fun.
And I'm almost out of fun.
You bring me the fun.
Anybody remember that that variant of COVID-19 that everybody had such a hard time pronouncing? Futurama fans might know an alien from this planet, Omicron.
Oh, Omicron.
Omicron. Omicron is actually how it
Was it Omicron?
Omicron.
Omicron.
Omicron Persei 8.
Well, good news. We don't have to use that in a sentence very often.
Yeah, that's a fact. You might see a lot of these bowls at like smoothie shops and whatnot. There's a lot of berries that are involved. There's blended fruits. You're very close. Acai bowl.
Acai.
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 Acai. Acai.
Is that how you say that one?
Yes. Acai.
For the fun of it.
I'll tell you what, man. I had one of those randomly at a place, like kind of by mistake. Delicious.
Oh, yeah?
Awesome.
All right.
By mistake.
All righty.
Yeah.
And then this is the toughest English language word to pronounce because even though we've been told it, we still don't know how to do it. W sauce.
Oh,
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
But it's spelled what? Worcestershire.
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 But it's Worcestershire.
And that is a town in
Worcestershire.
England, correct? Originally?
Yes.
Gotta be. I do like now people just call it W sauce. Like,
Because
screw it.
Right, we've all agreed none of us are going to say it right. Somebody on the text line says, Thrill, can you ask Mike Hoff if Puyallup made the list?
Ooh, that's
Puyallup,
not a bad
Puyallup,
call.
Puyallup.
I remember when I was in Boy Scouts, there were a couple summer camps that we went to that were out of state, and we were from Enumclaw. And there was this one guy who was like, here's one of our hats with our city name on it. Can you say it? Enumclaw.
Enumclaw.
We have hard names out here in the Pacific Northwest, dude.
Oh, yeah.
A driver in Ohio is giving Seattle drivers a run for their money, Miles.
How's that?
I'll tell you about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50 in the meantime. Have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk. And Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we make it personal. We toast longtime friend, longtime companion, longtime co-worker, Kevin Deers, who, if you listen to the station, probably familiar with the man as he joined us 16 years ago. Think about that. In 2009. And he joined after winning a contest, and he ended up getting the chance to host Metal Shop with his buddy Ian, right? So then he went on to become the longtime host of Loud and Local. And I just want to comment on that, all right? So radio is a lot of things. And Kevin absolutely represented none of it. And I say that in the sense of he was not on the radio to feed his ego. He was not on the radio because he was an attention star. Like these things, and trust me, we work with a lot of people. That's 98% of them. This had nothing to do with his love of being on radio at all. He was not on the radio to play some songs that a corporate bean counter said, hey, the young people will like this. My man loved metal, and my man always wanted to give local bands a shot of hearing their music heard on a 50,000-watt flamethrower that we call KISW. And this guy literally was in radio because he wanted to introduce metal to the metal fans. Did not care what corporate said, and never worried about that. He played the music he wanted to play. That's why they gave him a spot to do it. And with the Loud and Local, his commitment to the local musicians. And look, Seattle has a pretty good music scene. I think that's been well established. But to have a champion like that at a radio station as big as this one, that's an incredible thing that most cities don't have. And this guy did it because he loved it. He was not asked to do this. He did it because he chose to pursue it. But that's also the way he was off mic, right? And that's where we got to know him as well as just doing the shows. The guy's the most genuine guy, one of the most genuine guys I've met, talking to my wife, and she has said this for the 16 years she's known him. She always calls Kevin the nicest guy in the world. All the time. Yep. It didn't matter if you brought him up in any conversation. Oh, Kevin, he's the nicest guy in the world, man. And he's one of those guys that will definitely be sorely missed here because he had a lot of passion. He had a lot of enthusiasm. And again, that's how you knew him. We knew this guy as a friend, a brother, all the rest of it. But in addition to his love of music and being on the air and honestly just talking to people, man, this guy, sometimes you get tired of it. Kevin did not. I mean, that was the thing. Kevin wanted to take pictures with everyone. He wanted to take pictures of everyone. He would bring his phone in, and if he were in the studio, there's no way you did not look at 100 pictures before. As a guarantee, dude, check this out. But he kind of targeted each person because he knew what you were into. So he'd show me one group of pictures, skip through those, show Ted a different set, but all from the same event, but the things we could appreciate. And you kind of counted on that from him, man.
And also, there was that time where, every time he would go to a show, support a band, whatever, he would buy the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I think he went an entire year wearing a different shirt.
Oh, it might have been more.
Yeah. Every single, it was impressive. Every day, like, what do you got on today?
But it was cool, man.
I mean, Loud and Local Fest last summer was great.
It was great. It was fantastic, man. I had a lot of fun up there. Kevin's going to be missed. And here's the thing. It's not just his love of music and his enthusiasm and all that. And just the way he treated everyone around him is the way, trust me, Kevin treated you the way you want to be treated, whether you deserve to be treated like that or not. This guy treated with the utmost respect. But it wasn't just music that he loved. His other big passion, professional wrestling, man. Yes, I mean, this dude was about wrestling as much as he was about metal. So, Mike, you found this, and I guess in the professional wrestling world, which was his absolute passion outside of music, when they lose someone, it is the 10-bell salute.
Correct. Every time that they lose somebody that's within their ranks there, they it's tradition that they have a moment of silence and they have a 10-bell salute out there, basically to start whatever show that comes up next on the current schedule, as it were.
All right, so we actually have the 10-bell salute in honor of Kevin Deers.
You got it? Oh, it's me. Hang on.
Yeah.
I got it over here.
Smooth.
Great setup.
Smooth transition.
My bad. That was a great setup.
He would have loved that.
Here we go.
So we know Kevin's going to be missed because he already is. That's simple.
Yeah.
So let's drink to Kevin Deers. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bijola.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. A.K.A. You're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the Men's Room.
What up, fellas?
Hola! All right, Kyle, you understand how this here game is played?
I do indeed.
Fantastic indeed. You have a choice of one of 3 stories today. We offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally today, License to Spill, where you get the substance responsible for creating the mess.
Let's go License to Spill.
A livestock ship carrying thousands of animals capsized in the Red Sea, prompting a courageous rescue effort by local fishermen who raced to save as many animals as possible from drowning. The cargo vessel was headed to Djibouti when it capsized, and the only reason I bring that up was just so I could say Djibouti. Now, despite a frantic rescue effort led by local fishermen, more than 160 of the animals tragically drowned in the incident. And a video shows several small boats scrambling to save the scattered animals from the open sea. As the footage continues, the capsized cargo ship appears upside down, with many of the animals still trapped inside the partially submerged vessel. Many of them can be seen swimming through the rough water. Now, sharing the video with the Daily Mail, they wrote, Yemenis were forced to spring into action to rescue hundreds of animals from the Red Sea after a commercial ship ran aground. Sad story, but what kind of animals was the cargo ship transporting? Was it cows? Was it sheep? Was it chicken? Or was it pigs? So cows, sheep, chicken, or pigs?
You know, I saw this news story, so I know exactly what it is. It's definitely sheep, for sure.
Definitely sheep. So you saw the story. I'm going with you, Kyle. I'm going to definitely sheep.
I think it's probably
Where
the way
was
to go.
it?
This was in the Red Sea off the coast of Yemen.
I mean, I would go sheep just because of where it was.
Okay. Looks like we're all going sheep.
Kyle, you might be onto something,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
What was on this boat? Cows, sheep, chicken, or pigs? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to...
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
The men's room. For the Metal Shop Library.
Hell yeah, man.
Anthrax and Public Enemy.
God damn, that's a good song, dude.
Really we, if you didn't hear the shot of the day, we lost a family member. Found out in the last 24 hours that Kevin Deers is no longer with us.
Yeah.
And he hosted Metal Shop, loud and local, filled in for the Daily Mix morning show, filled in when we needed help for a number of years.
Filled in for Jolene. I mean,
went to every single show, supported every band. That was a great shot of the day, man. So, by the way, this weekend, Metal Shop and Loud and Local tributes to Kevin. And I know a lot of you are expressing your thoughts and your feelings online there, and everyone seems to say the same thing that you said in the shot of the day, Steve, is just that he was, in fact, the kindest, nicest person as a friend, as a coworker.
Everybody.
As a family member that you'd ever want to meet. So
it's funny, my wife, we were talking about it last night, and I said to my wife, because she said everybody liked him, and I said, look, in the scheme of things in the universe, there's someone out there that didn't like him. I've just never met them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll profile this license to spill. There was a ship off the coast of Yemen. There were several animals on board. The ship overturned. Some of them drowned based on the fact that the ship was overturned. They could not get out, and fishermen saved a number of them. And Kyle said sheep.
Kyle said sheep because Kyle had already heard the story, and then you guys agreed with him.
Yes.
Turns out, yes,
Sheep. It was sheep.
It was, in fact,
It was sheep.
Yes. Ted, you made a good point because you were like, where was it at? And I'm like, off the coast of Yemen. I wasn't thinking about it. We went to break. You're late. It ain't going to be pigs.
No
Right.
chance it's pigs.
Right.
Yeah.
Good call.
Not only that, but I was thinking, why could some sheep swim and others could not? Until it was explained that a lot of these sheep, when the boat capsized,
Were trapped
underneath.
Yeah, I kind
I'm
of
thinking
thought
to
the
myself,
same
like,
thing.
you got the swimming sheep and the non-swimming sheep.
Well, maybe somebody just didn't teach the other ones.
Right.
That's a good point, man.
Why didn't they have
Yeah.
swimmings?
Well, not all humans could swim.
I know, but you could have swimmings and still, be in there. Just saying. Now, for all the TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Colbert,
Steven,
Jimmy's,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Seth Meyers, Writers, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
The 23rd title on his guests have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
A Delta flight ceiling collapsed, forcing horrified passengers to hold it in place. I'll give you 3 guesses who built the plane. It was Boeing. You know their slogan, Boeing, your ceiling collapsed. Try popping it up with the door that blew off.
Colbert.
Yeah, it's Colbert.
A Delta flight ceiling collapsed, forcing horrified passengers to hold it in place. I'll give you 3 guesses who built the plane. It was Boeing. You know their slogan, Boeing, your ceiling collapsed. Try propping it up with the door that blew off.
A poll found the toughest jobs in America are firefighter, construction worker, member of the military, doctor, cop, and lastly, being married to Karen.
Yes.
It seemed like the most appropriate name.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
A pet tortoise in England that escaped 9 months ago was found a mile from its home, which raises a lot of questions. And how hard were they looking?
Colbert? Myers.
Seth Meyers.
A pet tortoise in England that escaped 9 months ago was recently found about a mile from its home, which raises a lot of questions about how hard they were looking.
In Ohio, a raccoon with a meth pipe was found in its mouth, was found in a car during a traffic stop for a drug bust. I can't believe that. Didn't happen in Florida.
Colbert.
That is Colbert.
Over in Ohio, a raccoon with a meth pipe in its mouth was found in a car during a drug bust traffic stop. I can't believe that didn't happen in Florida.
Over 130 cardinals gathered at the Vatican to begin the process of choosing a new pope. And the conclave started with a prayer for all of those flying in and out of Newark Airport.
Seth. Yeah, Seth Meyers.
Fallon.
Over 130 cardinals gathered at the Vatican to begin the process of choosing a new pope. Yeah, and this was nice. The conclave started with a prayer for all those currently flying in and out of Newark Airport.
We were talking about it a little bit earlier today in the office. I saw Tom Brady on a podcast, and he was talking about, they asked him about the roast. And if he, does he regret doing the roast of Tom Brady? Right? Because you think of Tom Brady just being so serious about football and everything. Sure. So basically, he just said, look, I spend all the time in the locker room. You can make fun of me. It's fine. If I know you, it's fine. He's like, I actually enjoy it. And Tom Brady strikes me as one of those guys that, the home fans never want to hear this, but sometimes it's almost more fun playing a road game with people booing you and hating you. So I think Tom Brady always kind of enjoyed people hating him or this and that, kind of fueled his fire. So he was like, look, I loved it. But he said it wasn't great for his kids. Remember, he's got a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old. They were not very cool with it. He spoke with them the next morning, and they asked, what was the point of that? Learning it was tough on them. He said his quote, like a stake through the heart. And then I respect this out of Tom Brady. I think this is a very honest comment, right? And he just said, look, there's some things as a parent you F up. You don't realize it until after, I shouldn't have done that. And we were saying in the office, he's fine with it. But, a lot of those comedians, it wasn't just about his playing career or Tom Brady. They're talking about these kids' mother, maybe cheating on his dad.
We don't know. They called his mom a whore. No, yeah. I mean, So for the kids, it's just my mom is a whore, as people are stating. Even if you're joking.
Correct.
And we understand they're joking, but there's some element of truth to this joke, and you keep bringing it up.
And look, we don't know what went on in that marriage, right? They might have been already separated for a while.
Who knows?
Yeah, the kids knew it and whatever.
Exactly.
So Giselle might have sat those kids down and been like, hey, this is my new boyfriend or whatever. But you're right. It's very tough to just hear mom's a whore who cheated on dad. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm pretty sure until that Jake Paul fight, that was the highest rated thing that Netflix had ever had.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, I don't know many people that didn't see at least a bit of that.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, Nikki Glazer, I think she's a great comedian stuff. It is.
That launched her, man.
Which is shocking to me. To me, she was already pretty big time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she talks about the circle she's getting invited to now and hosted award shows and this and that. And she's just like, yeah, that was a massive deal.
I think anybody who's been through a bad breakup or anything like that, depending on what's going on with something, you can kind of get a look on somebody and see that something is obviously not right. And Tom Brady took right before the beginning of the year, he took like 2 weeks off, just kind of went and did his own thing with family. When he came back, he looked like he lost 30 pounds. He had not eaten in 2 weeks. Like he was so sick to his stomach over whatever was going on that you could tell it wasn't like, I needed to go get a surgery or something like that, because you really didn't know why he took that absence. But when you saw him, you're like, oh, God, buddy, you don't look okay. You look like you're frail.
Yeah. Well, you look like you've been through a rough emotional time.
Exactly.
And probably hadn't been eating.
Right, exactly.
And he was super strict. I told you, I saw a thing with Julian Edelman talking about Tom Brady, and the night before the games, they have all these great spreads of food and everything. He said Brady would just smell the chicken wings.
But not eat them.
And you're talking about, look, in the grand scheme of things you can eat,
not the worst.
It's chicken wings obviously are great for you, but that's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
He wouldn't even eat a chicken wing.
But it sounds to me like he's kept that discipline on going on, even with not playing football anymore.
Right, like when he was in Tampa, and he was obviously intoxicated, right? When they had that boat parade and he's throwing that trophy and stuff.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady, to me, it's not like, I don't think that guy, like you're saying, I don't think he drinks much alcohol to this day.
No.
I don't think he's deviated from his diet much. Like he's just so dialed in that, that's what he does. But it is, and again, no offense, Tom, I don't think you care what I think, but I don't like him the best as a announcer.
Sure.
But I like Tom Brady's personality. I like him around football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Almost I feel like I'd rather watch Tom Brady be the frickin' 8th or 9th guy on a pregame
panel,
show.
yeah.
Then I just think Greg Olson does such a great job.
Well, I'll tell you
that
what.
I would like him to keep that number one spot.
He also said that there's football talk and then there's commentator talk.
Yeah.
And football talk is much different. It's much more inside. So what he had to do is also try to remind himself that these
people
terms,
don't know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. I have to make this as a commentator. I can't explain this defense the way I want to because you won't get it. So I need to dumb this down, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, if you're doing a Z4 on the right-hand side,
and obviously with that,
nobody knows what that
you're
is.
going to throw, with the safety cheats or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, obviously this is the play they're going to run.
Exactly.
Most people don't know what that means when you say it as a play call versus just explain the play.
Correct.
This guy's going to break to the left. That's all you need to do. Keep it simple, man.
Right. And you got to be, again, I'll talk about my one Uncle Phil. He is a football nerd.
Yeah.
Right? So, at Notre Dame, you can go to these chalk talks the night before with the coaches. And he's like, it's unreal. They tell you what they're going to do on defense. He's like, so I'm watching the plays develop. I'm calling out the plays.
I'm a genius.
I'll tell you, it was the highlight of the freaking weekend for him was that he got to call out. He was like, I knew what that play was going to go. But if you take most people that played I would say high school football at any level or whatever, you know what I mean? You could look at a defense or watch a guy in motion and you know where that play's going.
Oh, for sure.
And that's also why I don't think a lot of people realize this. That's why they have all those meetings leading up, the Friday and Saturday before with the team, is the team, they're not going to broadcast it till the game's on, but they'll say, hey, look, we're going to feature the tight end.
Right.
Look, you know what I mean? You see trips left, you know it's going to the tight end, dragging across the line of scrimmage. So that's how they get to call that stuff out too, which is cool. This is kind of interesting. If you listen to country music at all, you know George Strait.
Mm-hmm.
He's been nominated for Entertainer of the Year 14 times.
Damn.
He's only won twice.
Okay. Yeah.
Only two. But he's got it twice. But what they say, with great success comes also tragedy. I don't think George Strait is worried about it. He's probably crying in his beer under a neon moon.
He's probably wait, what? 12? Cool. Good for me, man.
Yeah. I'm sure George will be good. Yeah. I just want to say personally, man, just Kevin, I don't know if I ever told you. I loved you. We had a lot of good times together, and man, that one just a gut punch.
Yeah, it is.
So remind people all the time. I have unfortunately had a lot of death in the last freaking 2 years.
You have, man.
Tell people you love them, right? Call it bros. Call your bros. Yeah, watch them too while you're at it.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. Headlines coming up next.
Broom returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go as we head to Tacoma, where one power pole, somehow
is hooked up to 10,000 homes. Because someone hit it. To Chicago, where kids get a free puppet show while getting ice cream cones. Guitar Center is selling a bass guitar that you can ride to work. If you miss your exit, don't come to a dead stop on an interstate like a jerk. And a guy steals an 800-pound cannon because he owed his drug dealer money. So he gave him an 800-pound cannon. And the guy said, I don't want this. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Our top story. We go to Ohio, where there's a driver that makes Seattle look efficient. You may have heard our own Miles Montgomery go into detail about the aptly named Seattle Stop, in which drivers in these parts seem to just decide that stopping in the middle of a busy street is an acceptable driving etiquette. But this one in Ohio takes the cake. Traffic cam footage was shared to social media, which shows a local interstate highway. Our driver comes into the frame, approaching an exit while driving 2 lanes over that they clearly needed to take because they came to a complete stop on the freeway.
Come on.
And waited an agonizingly long time to actually attempt to traverse 2 lanes of traffic to get to the exit. In that time, a major pileup developed behind them, including a 3-car accident that can be attributed to the driver. Luckily, our driver was not impacted by the accident as they made their way over to the exit and continued on their voyage.
Good for them.
The driver has yet to be identified, and it's not clear if they'll be charged in the incident. I feel like they should be. That accident would not have happened.
Yeah, like, that's their fault.
At that point, you're impeding traffic, and then you caused that accident. Everybody else,
right.
There's the one that, made the impact will probably find a citation for failure to stop, whatever it is, driving for the conditions, blah-da-dee-blah-da-dee-blah, but you can't just dead stop. And he was in the center lane. It's like a 3-lane highway, and he stopped in the middle lane, and you need to take that exit over there. It's like, you can't just stop, bro.
But also, look, everybody's been late to something, right? Worst case is what? It's a work event or something. You're going to get chewed out. Like, go to the next exit.
Skip the next one.
Right.
That's right. In other news, to Indiana, where a bus driver will likely be looking for another line of work. A local school bus driver was in charge of transporting 4 adults and 38 children when he managed to get the rig stuck in the mud. Authorities were called and arrived on the scene in short order, but felt the need to send the driver to the hospital for an evaluation. And their suspicions were correct, as he was given a test which confirmed his blood alcohol level was an astounding 221.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Well, the fact that there were also 4 adults on that bus, and no one picked up on the fact that they could smell this guy was hammered.
Exactly.
He got stuck in the mud on a median. Median's an interstate.
Right.
I mean,
none of his passengers were harmed, and he faces some serious charges, damn near 3 times the legal limit. I'm with you, Miles. There's 4 adults on that bus, and not a one of them went, wait a minute.
Something seems off here.
Yeah. Proofreading is a lost art, apparently, as we go to the lovely world of the internet. There's an item up for sale on a company website with the description reading as follows, quote, discover value and performance with this used Bryce HXB 406 in vibrant red. Offered in good condition. Renowned for its durability and sleek design, the HXB, this is the important part, the HXB 406 features a lightweight aluminum frame, a responsive 7-speed gear system, and precision disc brakes for reliable stopping power. With 26-inch alloy wheels and ergonomic grip handles, it delivers a smooth, comfortable ride for both city streets and weekend trails. Now that would be a raving description if it wasn't advertising a bass guitar for sale.
Yeah. I saw that yesterday. It just said something to the effect of, this is when you know AI wrote a product description.
Yeah.
So I click on it. I'm like, that's actually a good-looking bass. Then I read the description. I'm like, an aluminum body. Because I got that part. I'm like, place a bass. Maybe it gives you some incredible disc brakes. And yeah, okay. This is for a car.
Whether you're commuting, cruising, or exploring, this Bryce HXB 406 offers outstanding quality at a great price. Just nobody read that before they put it up there. Like, I get it. There's oversight on certain things, but
the whole thing?
Right.
The entire thing.
Come on, y'all. Jeez, whiz. But just in case those stories with the bad taste in your mouth,
thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Chicago. We're getting ice cream on an ice day comes with an added bonus. Thanks to such a positive response last year, the shop known as the Color Club is bringing back a fan favorite to their ice cream shop, the Sugar Hole. A fun little hobbit door that peeks out at the general public, where they're greeted by puppet figures, all working tirelessly inside the shop to deliver delicious frozen treats to all. They're holding a launch party in the next couple of weeks, which they will bring back everybody's favorite characters from last year, as well as a couple of new faces for them to enjoy. They're also holding a make and move class, as well as a parade, and participants are encouraged to bring their own puppets to join in on the action as well.
The Sugar Hole.
The Sugar Hole at the Color Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on to my Sugar Hole.
Oh, come on.
Plenty of room. Set up shop.
Oh, God.
Hey.
Men's Room Sports. The Mariners are off tonight as they head back home, but you've got some more baseball on MLB Network, playoff basketball on TNT and True TV, and playoff hockey over on ESPN. As far as your weather, yet again, guys, we are in the rut. Partly cloudy and mid-40s tonight. Partly cloudy and high 60s tomorrow is what your weather's going to be. And you guys have heard it on these airwaves all day long. It is the headline that I have ignored, and yet it has got the biggest font on the entirety of the day. We here at KISW have suffered probably the hardest loss, at least in my years here with the station. Our brother Kevin Deers is no longer with us, and it has been a difficult day to say the least. We've had some fun. Tried to do a little bit of levity and get past it all. Played plenty of track from the Metal Shop Library to honor the man. We had a great shot of the day with him. But as Ted said in the last segment, call your friends, man. Call them and see how they're doing. So that's I'm going to leave it with that. So that's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Well, tomorrow's Friday. We will do a little Ted versus the FCC, a Bad Choice Friday, and the lovely Jolene is coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. In the meantime, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's and Kevin's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Ever watch your pet sleep and wonder what they're dreaming about? Maybe it's them chasing a ball on a grassy field next to your new duplex, or catching the Frisbee in front of your single-family home. Or perhaps they're zooming around the kitchen of your open-concept condo. Whatever their dream setting looks like, you can rest assured that you'll find the most pet-friendly rental listings on Apartments.com. The place to find a pet-friendly place